Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shenanigans ttRPG. We play Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you for joining us. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. This is episode number 27. Before we jump into the actual show itself, I would love to introduce you to some of our players. Let them know, let the audience know what the kind of character they are playing tonight. So, who's the brave person that would like to go first?
Me.
Go for it.
Okay, so my name is Pia. I am a navy blue tiefling warlock. My patron's name is Baylor, and I do share my patron with another member of this group, which you'll hear from shortly. And we like to burn things and kill things, and it's just a great time.
Who's next?
Sirach will go. The other follower of Baylor, the tall, silver-haired half-elf ranger / warlock. Definitely the best looking out of the group. And doesn't burn things like Pia, but seems to kind of have an affinity for lightning these days.
Yes. Who shall be next?
Theoden will step forward. Theoden the dwarf, the cleric of the group, the only healer, and very ugly.
Healer.
Yeah, get those quotes out of here. He's very nimble and quick.
What?
Yeah, that's a lie. He very dirty, but his main feature is that he has bugs in his beard. Very kind of warty, pimply, the whole shebang.
Fucking hot.
Last but certainly not least.
Yeah, I'm Baka. I'm a rogue and a fighter and just short little dude with a white mohawk, and I like to steal shit. Big surprise. Cause mischief, mayhem. Probably arguably the most fun person and exciting person of the group. The others are pretty dull, but So
that is debatable. All right, so before I jump into where we left off last half of episode, this is part 2 of Alzando. I will mention the 5th unofficial member of the group known as the Natural Ones. His name is Harry. He is a dwarf like Theoden. He's a little bit thinner, a little bit more handsome. Imagine to yourself Peter Dinklage on Game of Thrones circa season 1 or 2 before he really let the hair and the beard grow out, when he was a little bit more well groomed. He's a cleric like Theoden, but he also thinks of himself as a writer. And that's his official reason for tagging along with the group, is that he wants to write the great novel that people will read all across the realm, and he believes that chronicling the events of this particular group will be what will do it for him. So he follows around. He's a little bit of a coward, but through much time and effort from the group training him, he's shown a little bit more backbone lately than usual. So he's kind of gotten
doing good.
He's doing pretty good. So where we left off was you had just discovered, for reasons that I shall not go into now. I encourage people who are nice enough to watch us to go back and watch, at the very least, part 1 of Alzando, episode 26. But if you want to go back even further than that, that'd be really helpful, because there's lots of side plots and storylines along the way that
a lot of side plots.
Yeah, it's impossible for me to really, to basically summarize all of them would take me like 3 hours. I can't do it. But they've just arrived at a city known as Alzando. It is a floating city, 1,500 feet in the air. To enter the city, there is this shimmering astral purple veil that is guarded by soldiers from the Emerald Enclave, one of the 5 factions that reign supreme all across the realm. The Emerald Enclave currently controls the city of Alzando. This is also the capital city for that particular faction. This group passed through this purple veil along with their 5 horses, which has been tethered to an item known as a cobblesnot, which maybe the best way to describe that is a car. There's no such thing as a car in the realm, but it's as close to a car as you can imagine. A woman named Sylvia Cobblesnot is one that created it, so she calls it the Cobblesnot. They decided to buy one, but for some reason, instead of using the vehicle, they've decided to tie 5 horses to it and drag it along like it's carriage. Anyway, neither here nor there. The point is that the group materializes 1,500 feet into the air. They are in a circular kind of like disc type city. There is a large spire and several official buildings in the center of the city. The main road wraps around in one large circle. I'd say about a mile around if you were to walk with the horses and the cobblesnot. There's a mixture of residential and commercial stores on the perimeter and also in the center of the city where the Citadel Spire is. And you basically just arrived at the city, and the question is, what is it that you guys would like to do?
Well, I already bugged that guy, and I asked if there was a portal in between here in Kirillith, because I figured maybe there'd be a fast way to get there where we don't have to use Theoden's crown.
Why was it that you needed to go to Kirillith, just to refresh the memory of the audience?
Yeah, why is
Because
it?
I have to do Baka's dirty work for Issa now because he sucks, I guess.
If I remember correctly, you asked me to steal the item, though.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna take credit for it. That's the difference now.
Ooh,
Fair.
how the tables have
So
turned.
ultimately, it was him that accepted the quest, so he gets the credit.
I hope you have
So,
plus 15
You're
on
just a
pickpocketing.
tool.
So you need to get
no,
a
but I'll figure it out.
necklace. You need to get a necklace from someone named Issa. Who's Issa?
Issa is, as far as we
Right,
know,
cheating
she's
ex.
just, a singer or a musician in the Orcish Revenge.
Interesting.
Yeah, that
So,
was right. Am I wrong or am I crazy?
Yes,
That
I'm
was-
just
that was
wondering.
it.
I'm wondering if there's anything else to add to the
Yeah,
legacy
Orcish
of the
Revenge is the
Yeah, there's a
bad
bit more.
guys.
No.
Or, you know,
Well, I didn't know how into it we were gonna get. So
Well,
cool.
we had a few relationships in there.
This is true. All right. So the first thing that happens while you guys are basically looking around the city is a guard from the Emerald Enclave dressed in plate armor. His armor is adorned with the sigil of the Emerald Enclave. He's dressed in he's got like a cape on him that's laced with silver, and it's like a green cloak with silver trimmings. And he's a human, which is odd because you do see. Well, that's not true. There are humans and other races floating around the city through the main thoroughfare, but you do see there's at least 50% or more of elves. There's a high elven representation here in the city of Alzando. But this particular soldier happens to be human, and he says to you, you're not going to be able to, I don't know what that is, but your horses and that thing is blocking the thoroughfare. You need to do something with that.
Where can we move it?
I don't know what you can do with that thing, but the horses, you just take them to the stable. And he points over in the direction of where it's obviously within maybe half a mile, I was about to say half a mile, obviously, maybe a few hundred feet is a stable.
All right. Does it look like there's room for this thing? The cobblesnot?
Well, the cobblesnot,
can we please just sell this thing and just get rid of it?
To who? Who's gonna buy this thing, Jacob?
We didn't ask. Who's Jacob?
yeah, who's Jacob?
Yeah. Sorry. I was just over there.
So would you like to go and
We haven't asked anybody. Maybe someone will want it. We just show them.
Maybe the guard wants it.
I'm sorry. What is it? It's
it's
a big hunk
great.
of metal.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
the
is.
future.
But it moves.
The future?
let
Does
me
it tell the future?
Let me
It
start it. I'm
can.
gonna start it up and like drive it like 10 feet up.
So you hop inside the cobblesnot, which basically for the audience is imagine a 1920s style Ford Roadster. It's got it's magically its engine is
Delicious.
magical. Yeah, it's magically delicious. This is true. It's dinged up here and there. It doesn't have windows, but that's by design. So imagine a car with no windows that has, a front seat, bucket seats in the front and back. And, it's a vehicle that works. It absolutely works, but it's fueled by magical cantrips and spells.
Magical hoopty.
So you get into it and you move it. The problem is though, Pia, is that the horses are tethered with.
Oh, I want to take the horses off first.
Okay, so you remove the ropes. He looks kind of impatient. So do me a favor, make a dexterity check, the first roll of the night. See if you can untie all of these ropes to get the 5 horses off of the car while he's basically showing his level of impatience. Dexterity check, please.
18.
Oh, okay, good enough.
Chris,
Yes.
is there any pouches on the guard that are visible?
No. Next.
Make a perception check. Perception check, Mr. Baca, the gnome rogue who
21.
21 perception check. In fact, there is. While he's looking at the vehicle and he's watching very closely at the knots being untied in such a deft manner by the navy blue tiefling Pia, you notice that he does have a cowhide pouch hanging from his belt, affixed by a rope. What would you like to do?
Can I take out my dagger and nick the rope and steal the pouch?
Yes, you can. I need you to make a sleight of hand check. Before you do that,
I got natural 20.
Okay, natural 20 on the sleight of hand check. But here's now, I need you to do a stealth check for me now.
Okay.
We know that if you're stealthy enough, you're
Natural
certain.
20.
I mean, it's might as well
37.
be. 29.
29. Sirach, Pia, and Theoden, I need you guys to roll perception checks. But
I was just gonna
unfortunately,
say,
you have to roll a
Perception?
natural 20 in order to
Yeah.
notice what Baca is doing.
damn it, I don't.
Not even
Sorry.
a little bit.
Sorry, guys.
I was gonna have Pia toss me the wand of fireballs.
What'd you
and I was
roll?
gonna
Natural
toss one
20.
in.
Okay, so out of the group, Theoden is the only one that notices Baca slowly making his way towards the back of the soldier while he's leaning over and looking at the cobblesnot. And Theoden, you happen to notice that you know him. The minute this guy started paying attention to the car, something told you in your subconscious, I need to keep an eye on Baca. So you know that your spidey sense just starts tingling, and you have a feeling he's about to do something. So you're the only one that knows.
Okay.
Theoden,
Okay.
do you do anything or do you just let it happen?
I'm gonna say, Baca, what are you doing?
So Baca, what do you do? So now hold on a second. Let me make a perception check at advantage for the guard. Okay, check this out. I rolled a 2 and a 6. So even with his perception of, hold on a second, let me check the town guard notes. I did not know this was going to happen. So let me just take out the note.
How did you
have
not
expected
know?
it? Yeah.
I really should have expected it. Hold on a second. Let's see. So the perception for the is a +3. So he rolled a 9 for his perception check, which means even though you yelled out at Baca,
He didn't.
the
of a
guard is so entertained by the idea of whatever this metal contraption is sitting on the side of the road that he doesn't look up from he's basically leaning inside the vehicle looking at the bucket seats, and he doesn't react to the fact that you said, Baca, what are you doing? So now it's Baca's turn. Baca, do you want to cash in on your natural 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to make another perception check, and I have to roll a 20 in order to notice. I roll a 16 plus 2 is 18. Snip. The cowhide pouch is yours. He is none the wiser. He has no idea you've taken it. What do you do?
I'm gonna toss it to Theoden.
Theoden, do you catch it?
Oh yeah, I'll catch it.
Make a quick dexterity check for me.
A quick one, huh?
Quick.
Just a quickie.
Yes,
Really
because,
quick.
quick, just in case. I don't want you to drop it, Theoden.
But yeah, hurry up.
X?
We're trying to make a sale here.
Shh. Sorry. 14.
14 is enough to catch the pouch. You have the pouch now. What do you do with it?
Theoden, what are you doing with the guard's pouch?
I'm going to make another disadvantage.
Oh.
I'm going to make another advantage roll.
Oh.
Oh, the advantage roll is now a dirty 20. Okay, so I will give Theoden, I will give you one opportunity to try to hide the pouch. But
All
keep
right.
in mind, I rolled a dirty
Serves you
20
right.
for his perception check.
Don't
So
fuck with me.
what I want you to do is I want you to roll a stealth check, because obviously
Okay.
the natural reaction would be to hearing that is to quickly try and hide the pouch.
Right.
Guidance.
Right.
Unless you decide, we can't do guidance. You're
making a
basically
sale.
you're making the sale. You're paying attention to the knots.
You
that
guys
you're
are
on top of.
fucking it up.
Exactly. So
Already.
now here's the situation. Do you willingly continue to hold the pouch, or do you try to hide it?
Give me 1 second. to
Not a
process.
problem. Not a problem. He's thinking about it. He's thinking, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll try and hide it.
Okay, so you try to hide it. I'd like you to make a
I'll
stealth
slip it
check.
in my pants.
Stealth check, but unfortunately you have to roll high. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I know.
Else or sleight of hand.
I'll tell you what. Give me a stealth check or sleight of hand check, whichever one is better, Theoden.
I think they're on the same modifier anyways.
Shit.
You're
What'd
gonna
you
get us
get?
kicked out of here. We've been here 5 seconds.
14.
14 is not enough. He rolled a dirty 20. He noticed you
Yeah.
fumbling around with a pouch and goes, "Give me that, you
This is-
dwarf.
Take my pouch from me.
That's my pouch." And he looks down at his belt and he notices now that his belt loop has been torn asunder from his belt and goes, "Gods, thieves, thieves, gods." And
Saw it
suddenly,
myself, sir. He took it from you when you were leaned over at the.
Baka, I swear to God, Baka.
Sir,
What
I
would
know
you
you're
guys-
very busy, but do you want to buy this thing or not?
I swear
"Ah,
to
he succeeded. I will. You stay here." He takes out his crossbow from his belt. He holds it and he's basically aiming it at all of you, whipping it this way, whipping it that way. Gods, gods!
Brock's gonna
knock it out of
Misty
his
step
hand.
away.
Knock it out of his
I'm gonna
hand.
Misty step away too.
So okay, so
With-
bonus
oh.
action is Misty Step's a bonus action, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so Sirach,
Yeah.
how far away can you get with Misty Step?
30 feet. Yeah.
30 feet. Yeah.
Okay, so what I need you to do is, I'm assuming that 30. You want to go 30 feet out of the sight of the guard, correct?
Yes.
Considering the randomness of this encounter, we need to do some sort of check to see if you can, you're 30 feet within an alley or 30 feet within behind a cart, someplace where you can hide. So I would like Sirach in this moment of like, oh, let me look around where I'm going. Make an investigation check, Sirach. See if you can find something that you can hide behind.
What? It's been like 2 minutes. We're
That's-
already-
22.
Oh, absolutely. You have a choice. You can hide behind a cart or you can hide in an alleyway around the corner. Where would you
Alleyway
like to?
around the corner.
Alleyway around the corner. Boom, you were out of sight. Now let's go to Baka. Baka, bonus action, Misty Step. I need you to also do the same investigation check to see if you can find something to hide behind in this heated, quick moment.
I got a natural 20.
Same option as Sirach. You have a multitude of options. Where would you like to hide?
Just any alleyway.
Okay, so you're gonna pick the same alleyway as Sirach, or well, actually, make just a D20 roll and let me know what you roll.
10.
Okay, with a 10, without making any kind of coordination at all, words between you, Sirach and Baka choose the exact same corner. Boom, boom. And they end up in the same corner. So Sirach and Baka are around the corner together, out
I'm gonna
of sight
push
of the
Baka
guard.
out of the alleyway.
Make a hit roll using your strength modifier.
13.
A 13. Okay, you push on him, but he basically looks over his shoulder and basically, keeps himself in the alleyway and realizes, like, why are you pushing me? Baka, you could by all means improvise if you wanted that. He gives you a shove and tries to shove you out of the view of the corner alley, but you notice it's coming and you kind of like, what the hell? What else is anybody doing? Pia, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna sit on my horse.
Okay, so you decide to stop. So now, have you completed with the untying of the knots, separating the vehicle from the 5 horses?
You didn't tell me. I rolled an 18 and.
Oh, you're okay. So let's put it this way: you were successful in separating the vehicle from the 5 horses, but the 5 horses are still tied to each other.
All right, I want to untie my horse. And
Okay, so
just
you will
jump.
take
Get
your
the fuck out of here.
you will take your action right now, untying your horse. So that's basically
Sure
what you
thing.
I
did.
promise you right now, I am leaving that stupid car.
Theoden, in this moment of 6 seconds, as he's screaming bloody murder, and basically now he's panicked even further because 2 of your comrades have poof disappeared in the air.
Thanks, guys.
What would you like to do, Theoden?
Where'd Pia go?
Yeah, very calm, cool, and collected. Basically, just continued on with his untying of knots. Right now, he is untying the knots to the horses for some reason. He's acting
I'm
as though
gonna jump on a fucking horse.
That's what I'm doing. I'm untying.
So-
my horse
so
I can
what would
sit
you like
on
to
it
do,
and
Pia?
Get away.
I mean, not Pia, Theoden. What are you doing?
I'm jumping on a horse.
So you
Pia, get
pouch.
him ready.
okay? So you go to jump on a horse,
It's
right?
still tethered.
That's not a problem. It's still tethered, but you are easily
fine,
in
I'm
your
on it.
6 seconds to jump on the back of a horse. So
Nice.
according to you assume that the guard who is telling you guys to
so
halt
sorry.
knows that
Yeah, you did this.
knows
You
that,
started it.
that you guys are obviously attempting to flee. Some of you using magic means, and some of you using the traditional horseback. So now I need everyone to roll initiative, just not
Oh my
necessarily for
God.
combat, but I need to know the order in which things go.
I got 18.
Okay,
Oh.
hold your number. Hold your number.
Nat 20.
That's good. Just hold your number. I just need to write down. So the guard has a number. Okay, so let's go. What is his dex bonus? Okay, so okay. The guard has a number. The rest of the guard has a number. Okay. All right, who rolled? Anybody roll higher than a 20? Theoden, what'd you get? 20 plus what?
Nat 20 plus
He got
2.
22. His
22.
plus
So
two.
Theoden, 22. Anybody roll 20 to 15?
Dirty
18.
20.
Dirty
Oh.
20 for Pia. Pia.
Wow,
20.
for once you guys all beat me.
Okay. Harry, the writer, rolled a 9.
Chris, you got me an 18.
18 is Baka. Baka's 18. Sirach, what is your number?
7.
7 is
Yeah.
Sirach. But the
Killing.
good news is Sirach is hidden in a corner. So that's basically, so let me just put Sirach, corner, Baka, corner. Okay, cool. So what is Harry going to do? Before we do that, what is Harry's reaction in that 6-second span of chaos?
He's probably rolling his eyes.
Harry, no,
Yeah.
actually, knowing Harry, this is what Harry does. He holds up his hands like this and goes, no, I'm Harry Harrington III, and I'm the nephew of Lord Commander Bluebeard from the city of Herg, and I'm a royalty, and we're not causing any trouble. And by that time, 6 seconds runs out. He's basically blabbering to the guard. The guard is paying no attention to anywhere that he's. All right, so in this quote unquote combat round, where you can decide to do what you wish. Theoden, you react first. What would you like to do? You're on the back of one of your horse. The horse right now is tied to the other 4 horses. Pia's in the process of untying them. What would you like to do?
And which direction are we facing?
You are
Facing them or facing, like, are they behind me?
make a perception check.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, they are basically advancing from both directions. You basically see a few soldiers coming from the north of you and a few soldiers coming from the south of you. They're looking basically to block off the main thoroughfare. Again, the road is kind of like it's in a circular nature on a flat disc that's floating. The walls that surround you are about 10 feet high. There are basically arrow slits every so often, so that if you were to go up to the wall, you can kind of look through the arrow slit and see how
Isn't
far
this
up
the
you are.
second time we have to escape this city?
No, this is actually it's of a similar make, but it was Kirillith that you had to escape that was floating in the city. Now, keep in mind the difference is that you just got here,
I know.
literally. So, Theoden, what would you like to do?
Why we can't have nice things.
Can I hold?
You can hold your action till the end of the round, but you have to give me an idea of what you'd like to hold it to do.
I
what.
want to hold and see if Pia is going to go into combat or if he's going to try and flee.
He's got to be a little more specific. You're
Going
holding
to
for
combat.
you're holding for Pia, but you're holding for
Yeah.
Pia. What you're holding?
I'm
what?
going to see if he's.
Are you-
about
are you
to-
hold-
You're gonna let me make the bad decision.
Are you holding a
Yeah.
spell? Are you holding a spell? Are you holding an attack? Are you holding a
an
flee?
attack?
Okay, so you're thinking about.
Whoa.
Oh, go ahead.
Shit. Do I have to hold one thing?
You have to kind of be preparing to hold something, and then what you do is if it doesn't work out that way, you just drop it. That's basically how it works. Like, let's say you're thinking of
Alright.
attacking, and then you lose your turn if you don't attack.
Hold your action.
He can hold his
Alright,
action. Okay. Well, then
That's
you hold.
the thing I have to say. Yeah, I'm going to hold it.
Okay, you hold your action till the end of the round. Not a problem. So next up is Pia. Pia, what would you like to do?
As I'm untying my horse, I'm gonna look at Theoden and be like, did you think to just like give him back the pouch and say, just kidding? And
That's all you can get out in 6 seconds. So you untie
Security check.
Damn it,
the
Jacob.
horses.
That gave me no help.
All 5 horses are now untethered to each other. Pia did the dirty work of untying all the knots. So
And I'm
Theoden,
sitting on mine.
and you're sitting. So you're both sitting on your horses. The other three are loose to run free wherever they shall. And now it is Baka's turn. What would you? Actually, Pia, since your action will be to jump on the back of your horse. Did you want to move the horse somewhere?
All right,
Because you do have movement still, Pia, if you want.
So who's near me right now?
Basically, right now you've got the car, you've got Harry, you've got Theoden right next to you on a horse.
The
and
car's gone.
Well, the car is basically sitting by the curb, so to speak.
I'm not driving it.
Okay.
Got that.
So it's Harry, Theoden. Harry is on his feet. Theoden is on the horseback right next to you. And somehow Sirach and Baka have disappeared. Poof, poof.
I'm gonna look at the guard and be like, I'll get your pouch back. Before I move, can I, instead of moving, can I say something?
Sure.
Okay, I want to look at the guard. I'm gonna get you your pouch back. It was just a stupid practical joke that did not go as planned. We mean
Practical
no trouble.
joke. We
Okay,
stole- No
that's
trouble.
about all you could say in 6 seconds. I
That's
would like
fine.
you to make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
You got it.
No problem.
Why not
Knowing that you
sipping?
have a very high persuasion.
It's still 21.
Why? Tell me what your two rolls were.
My two rolls were 11 and 15.
11 and 15. So the 11 plus your persuasion of what?
Got a
10.
plus 10.
Plus 10. So you rolled a 21. So at that, you notice almost instantly his threat level dropped from DEFCON 3 down to DEFCON 1. And he still has the bolt literally on you, Pia, but you can tell that there's a certain relaxation that kind of comes over his shoulders.
Our little puppy dog eyes.
Not really puppy dog eyes, but he's still pointing it at you. But he says, "Hold, come again, Tiefling. Explain that again, please."
My retarded cousin here is just a little bit of, he's a little bit of a joker. Okay.
Cousin.
I'll get your pouch back and everything is fine. I promise we did not mean any harm or trouble.
All right. So before the guards come rushing up to listen to the commands of the guy you're talking to,
Okay. I dropped the dice. I'm listening.
in that moment, Baka gets to go. Baka, what would you like to do?
Do I see the pouch?
You do not see the pouch because the pouch is still in the hands of Theoden. About 30 feet from you, he's on his horseback. I mean, you assume he's still got it in his hand?
I'll never tell.
I'm just gonna use the earring and just say, yo, just give the guy an extra gold or two. Just wrap the shit up.
Okay. So your
Yeah,
turn
but
is
who's
done.
talking?
The other soldiers come rushing up. You notice that there's at least a half a dozen of them, perhaps more. There's more coming. They go, "Sir," and they all pull out their crossbows. Some of them take out some rather large, sharp-looking swords, and they look like they're anxious for something. Maybe it's a boring city. Maybe this is the only action that they get to see, you know.
Maybe.
But you notice people on the streets are starting to clear away and make a circle. Women are grabbing their kids and rushing into alleyways. You could feel that level of like subconscious electricity start to go up where everyone's like, "Oh no, what's going to happen? Something crazy is going to happen." But luckily the words of PI has kind of brought the threat level down a notch. And he says, "Explain that to me again." So stop, don't hold your arrows. Hold your arrows. Tiefling, please again reiterate yourself. First of all, where is my pouch?
And I'm just going to kind of point my hands at Theoden.
He looks at Theoden. You
and
can
I'm
tell.
going to say, he doesn't mean any trouble. He's a little special. He'll give it back. He was trying to play a joke, and it turned out this one wasn't very funny.
Speak for yourself, dwarf.
Here you go. And throw it to him.
Make a deception check, Theoden.
Guidance.
You can do guidance. Why not?
What is guidance?
Guidance is you get to add an extra
D4.
D4 to your D20 deception roll.
Okay. Shit.
I swear to God.
18.
18. 18 is enough. The guard calms down people. He basically reads you guys the riot act. Obviously, we're talking about Harry, Pia, and Theoden. Sirach and Baka, I'm assuming, are still kind of like peeking their eyes around the corner. But eventually, after they get read the riot act and to keep their noses clean, the guards kind of go about their merry way, and the scene has now ended. The confrontation is now over. So what would you guys like to do? It is 11 a.m. The sun is high in the sky. It is a cloudy day, but other than that, a little chilly autumn afternoon. You feel it's a little windy, probably because you happen to be 1,500 feet in the air. It would make sense that it'd be more windy. Is there anything that you guys would like to do to get yourselves into trouble for the rest of the day?
I would like to look at Baka and tell him that next time that happens, that he is going to be staying here for the rest of his life. We will abandon him.
We will abandon
What are you
him.
talking about? I didn't take the pouch.
You know what you did.
You know what you've done.
Actually, do I know what he did?
By now you do. You saw him throw the pouch at Theoden.
Yeah.
Listen. All right.
Listen,
It would have been
listening.
fine if they didn't call me out. Nothing would have come of it.
I
He
see.
If you didn't have sticky fingers, nothing would have happened.
And nothing would have happened.
Yeah,
I'm
why don't you
amazing.
give him a nice wash?
No. No.
It took me a minute.
See, now we're stuck with the cobblesnot still.
Speaking
Yeah.
of which,
We'll
the
never get rid of
cobble
this
snot is
fucking
basically parked on the curb, so to speak. The 3 of your 5 horses are starting to get a little antsy, and you have a feeling
Does anyone want this thing?
And we mean Baka.
Make a persuasion check, Theoden. Persuasion check.
Guidance.
Yeah, okay. Add an extra D4 to your persuasion check. Theoden.
17.
17. Okay, at 17, the old man who was an elf who was on the steps not too far from here that previously had a conversation with Pia about the city and about the fact that there was no direct portal back to the other city of Kirillith across the continent. Basically comes up off of his steps. He's smoking a pipe. He's an elf, older gentleman. He walks over and goes, so what is this contraption?
It's kind of like a carriage, but you don't need horses to make it move.
Ha! Well, I think a demonstration would be in order.
I think we can help you out with that, Pia.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I will sit in it and make it move. I'll go in like a little circle.
Okay. It's difficult to go in a circle. Just to let you know, you try to do a little broken U action. There's too much foot traffic. The bottom line is
I'll
that
do
you
something to prove that it moves.
Yes, exactly. It's difficult it moves. It's difficult to show him much because people freak out as it gets close to them, like it's some kind of living creature. And there's like a small child who's standing in the roadway runs away once it starts moving, as if it's like some kind of like metal golem or something. Like it's not sure if it's a monster or not. But the older elven gentleman seems pretty impressed. He says, "Well, how does it work?
Magic. And I pop
Do you-
open
do you-
the hood
It's
and-
all
Do you
about
need to have magic in order to run it?"
Ooh.
Do we? I don't remember.
Oh, just to charge it.
You have to
Just-
charge it.
Just to charge it.
Oh, well, I'm not that skilled in the magic arts. So I guess, thank you very much. It's not really up my, thank you, gentlemen.
I'm gonna start crying.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You look
know
what you did.
somebody-
You upset
Do you
him.
know somebody that would be interested in such a weird contraption?
Well, no, but I think you should probably maybe go to like a tavern. There's a good bar and restaurant known as the Magic Menu that's nearby here. You'll enjoy it if you go in there. Maybe talk around the bar. Maybe you might find someone interested in buying it. But if I were you, I wouldn't forget the original command of that soldier that you can't leave it on the street. You've got to do something with it in the interim.
We will. Thank you.
Especially all these horses. They're about to basically kick people in the face as they walk by.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that you want to
put them all in a stable.
And you notice that one of the horses that are loose is basically licking the face of like a 14-year-old, and it's like it licks him and like knocks him down onto the ground.
All right, I'm gonna go get the horses. Harry, help me out.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, go
okay.
help him, Harry.
Harry, meanwhile, this whole thing was happening ever since the guards went away. Was like he was writing in his book, And he's not paying any attention to you.
Harry, help me with the horses.
What?
Horses.
Okay.
Licking
Sorry.
child, go. Let's go. Let's do this.
Okay, so
But
licking
don't
child.
lick the child yourself.
That's probably your horse licking the kid.
Let's, okay. You know, it's that definitely.
Let's be honest, it's
Mu-
Theoden's horse.
So you head
They're
over
one
to
and
the
the same.
stable. Do you drive the car over to the stable, or do you leave it where it is, a few thousand feet away?
Drive it over.
I'll drive the car if Harry will like kind of guide my horse to the
Yes.
stable.
So Harry on foot
Yeah.
guides 2 or 3 of the horses, taking the different ropes and putting them together in one hand. Walks the horses over. You head over there. It's easy enough. They basically tell you that you can stable all 5 of the horses for 1 gold a day. But that you need to give them a 3-day deposit for the horses in the event that you don't come back. So basically, it's 3 gold pieces to hold the horses for the next 3 days.
You know what? I'll throw them a platinum just to cover us for a while.
An old man who's scratching his fat belly, and he basically looks like he's just finished eating a meal because it's all over his chest. He's got a big white beard. The funny thing is that he looks like a dwarf, but you think it's just a short human. But anyway. The point is, like Danny DeVito or something, but with like a massive beard, right?
I gotcha.
And you're like, you're a little confused when you look at him, Theoden, because there's something about him that's very undwarf-like, but
Right.
he's your height, so it's weird. But anyway, the bottom line is that he says, "Oh, well, what I'll keep it. You could put that contraption right here, and I'll watch it for the extra gold that you've given me. You've got nothing to worry about. Just leave it here. If the soldiers come by, I'll make sure to tell them that it's mine and that there's nothing wrong. But just in case I have to move it, what should I do?"
That's the great news I was hoping for, and
What?
that you would watch this for.
Yes, absolutely. It was very generous. This is more money than I make in a week.
Oh goodness! All
Oh,
right.
good.
Thank you for your
Don't
generosity.
spend it all in one place.
I couldn't to feed my family for a week.
All right. So then, I mean, I don't know if there's like a specific way, but can I just like sit with him in it and just show him how to drive it?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
So that
Like, can I
takes.
just word it like that?
Is there anything that it's going to take about 20 minutes for that to happen to where the guy feels confident enough to say, yeah, you guys get lost. So let's say it's 11:30, almost lunchtime. Is there anything in that 20 minutes to a half hour that the other rest of you want to do to get yourselves into trouble in the meantime?
Why don't we
While
just
that's
start
happening, I'm gonna
rent
get
some
real
rooms?
quick.
While we-
So where?
Does it
the-
look like any of the guards have
Any inns
pouches
nearby?
on them?
Not in the immediate vicinity, but if you make an investigation check, I'm sure there's plenty of pouches.
After that, they just all started hiding their pouches.
Yeah, right?
Stuffing them
Oh, like,
inside the. Yeah.
Look out for a special dwarf. He's
Yeah.
running around here.
Exactly. They actually, the funny thing is that they're basically telling each other to worry about Theoden and not about the white.
I know
Mohawk.
about the
No.
real one.
Exactly. Keep your eye out for this cleric that likes our sticky fingers.
Say it. I gotta say thank you for that. That was funny as fuck. I'm like, is he gonna catch it? Oh my god, he did. He's done.
Okay, so
It's like,
all
wait
right,
a minute.
so by 11:30, you guys are what? You're seeking some kind of lodging?
This is Sirach's gonna ask the guy at the stable if he knows where the magic menu is.
Oh, sure. He points you in the direction. He says
Wait.
it's on the main thoroughfare, and it would only take you a few minutes by foot to get there. It's not that difficult to
Oh,
find. It's the
But wait.
largest restaurant in the city.
Why
Restaurant?
are we going there if we don't have the car with us?
Get some food.
Okay.
Well, to be completely honest with you, whether it's,
Well, is
it's
it just
good-
a restaurant or is it also like?
it's
lodging, too?
Well, it's both. It's both.
Well,
Okay.
there you go, Pia.
Fair
Well,
enough.
it's
Fair enough.
interesting that you should
Good
say
sir.
that because, to be honest with you, it actually starts to rain, and the pets that you have start to look a little miserable. So even if you weren't hungry, it might be a good idea to figure out how to get inside for the time being, anyway. So you look for the magic menu.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, so you-
briefly,
yeah,
can I
yes,
just
yes,
ask the guy if he knows where the magic shop or the armorer is?
He asks you. He says, "Do you have a map of the area?"
Unfortunately, no.
Well, it's what you're. Look, I happen to have one, and he basically pulls out his own scroll of the map of the area, right? And he shows you the map, and points out to you on the map where both the magic shop and the armory is.
Mate, I will buy that from you for 5 gold.
Make it to full platinum, and I'll do it.
All right.
My God.
He says,
It's a
I'll be
lucky
honest
day.
with you. This is almost priceless to me, but one platinum is one
Priceless.
fucking platinum.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
got you.
okay,
I'll flick him a platinum.
priceless.
Okay. So what you would
Map
have
of the
had to
city.
do, Baka, was you'd have to do like an intelligence check to remember his directions.
Yeah, it's no way
But
that was
now
happening.
you don't have to do that.
Yes, it's
because
happening.
Now you have the map in your possession. So basically there will be no rolls in order to find
That's like
these
a
locations.
teenage boy losing
You'll just
his
basically say,
virginity.
I want to go to this place, and you will be magically there because you'll just be able to look at your own map in order to direct you.
Cool.
So now you make your way to the magic menu. It honestly, 2-story building, brick faced, green awning. It doesn't look like anything all that impressive until you step inside. And when you step inside, you can tell that this is obviously it's a half tavern, half bar, kind of like it's got rooms upstairs, but it's on a level that's a little higher than you guys are used to seeing. It's definitely a more like a 3 or 4-star restaurant as opposed to some of these dive bar places you've been to recently.
Okay.
When you walk up, it says there's a sign that says, please wait to be seated, a little bit of like a half podium, and an older elven gentleman that's sitting there, standing there at the podium, who basically is just waiting for people to come up and engage him in conversation.
So I'm assuming this is like a wealthier city.
You know what? Make it just a quick perception check, Pia, because it's been a little distracting so far, the first half hour you've been here. So you might not have really gotten a perception.
19.
Oh yeah. With a 19, it would be easy for you, even without paying attention, to notice that the clothing of the people in the streets is on a little higher level. It looks like this is a city of wealth, and it feels wealthy. Let's just leave
Okay.
it at that. I won't go any further. So when you walk up to the podium, this older elven, I guess, host stops you and says, "You can't bring those animals in here. And he points to your 2 almost fully grown lion cubs.
Ooh.
And he says, I'm sorry, I would love for you to, they're not permitted. You have to do something.
We're
with
trying to
them."
buy some lodging or rent.
Well,
rent some lodging.
I'm glad you said that, because while they're not allowed in the general lobby area, you can put them in the rooms. That's not a problem. So just keep in mind, just in the bar area and in the restaurant area, no animals, please.
Chester's all right, I'm guessing.
No, not him either. Okay,
Chester,
so
I'm sorry.
just to give the audience an idea of what's happening here, there's a menagerie that follows around the group known as the Natural Ones. So there is a rodent on the shoulder of Pia. His name is Splinter. Okay.
Mostly in the pocket.
Mostly in the pocket, but just coincidentally happened to be on your shoulder at this moment that you walked up to the police.
Of course he was.
Okay. there is a weasel named Sagi that usually is wrapped around the neck of Baka for comfort, that is basically eating all of their food inside their zippered pouch of holding. But that's another story. We'll get to that another time. But there is a cat known as just an orange tabby cat named Tora that's winding her way around Baka's legs as we speak. But that's not the half of it, because they have basically 2 almost full adult lions named Ari and Alistair that literally take up like half of the corridor entering into this place. Imagine they walked in with 2 lions without their manes. So he basically tells you that normally it's 1 gold per day in the room upstairs. But you basically, it will cost 5 silver per day if you buy a meal. Like, in other words, if you're seated in order to eat, you get a discount on the first day. It's a half a gold.
Sounds
So-
good
Well, a
with me.
table for 5 then.
Absolutely. How many rooms do you need?
2.
So you need 2 rooms.
I think 3 rooms.
All right, 3 rooms.
Right?
3
Well,
rooms.
you got all the animals.
So how many days of lodging do you need for these 3 rooms?
Don't forget we have Harry. Dayton.
Oh,
That is
fuck,
true.
yeah.
There's 5 people. 5 people and two large pets. Well, 3 large pets.
Yeah,
because I
3
forgot to
rooms.
mention
All right,
Chester.
all right.
I forgot to mention Chester. I apologize, Dayton. Chester is a Rottweiler dog. Gray,
Yeah, that's true. You didn't
adorable,
mention
muscles. Basically a Rottweiler pit bull mix that also happens to be a blink dog. And that's Chester. And that is basically the familiar of Theoden the dwarf. I apologize.
Yes,
How
sir.
could we forget Chester? So the point
It's all
is,
right. He'll come back in action.
yes, lots of animals in this group wandering, weaving their way in and out of the legs of the party. So how many days do you need these 3 rooms?
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then if it's 3,
1
it's
room per day.
2 times, let's see, 3 rooms times 2 days is, well, actually it's 3 gold for the 3 rooms on the second day. And the first day is a gold and a half. So it's basically 4 gold, 5 silver for 3 days of 3 rooms.
Okay.
So let me actually write this down. You have it until the 9th, because today is the 6th. So 9/9/257, noon is the checkout time. So you have them for 3 days, and it costs 4.5 gold. Who's paying it?
I'll
Me.
pay it.
I paid
Oh.
for the stable.
All right, Baka could pay it.
All right, cool. Well, the good news is that you basically have a zipper pouch of holding that has hundreds of thousands of
Yeah,
gold pieces
no,
in it at this
that-
point. So there's really no reason for you guys to count gold anymore. That's what happens when the party is level 15. But say no more. So anyway, you pay the 4.5 gold, and you make your way. She leads you to a table where you can be seated.
Should we bring our pets up first?
That's a good idea. I think that would make sense. Are you putting all the pets in one of the 3 rooms, or are you separating them? What are you doing?
Well, Chester's sleeping with me.
Yeah, let's just store them all in one room for now, and then
All right,
we
all
can
right.
separate them at
Is
bedtime.
it safe to say the lions won't eat Splinter?
Make a
Ooh, that's a good question.
lions won't eat Chester.
If they haven't eaten Tora,
If I have to make a roll, he's just going in another room.
Well, hold on a second. I'm not going to make a roll. That doesn't make sense. I guess, how would you determine that, Pia? Like, you're
I mean,
wondering to yourself, like, are these lions going to eat my rat? So, well, how would
your
you
rat's not
determine?
even nourishment. It's a little tiny
How would you
thing.
determine that, Pia? I'm not
well, if only the lions had 2 owners that can communicate with them, that'd be pretty amazing.
I'll talk because
I mean, we've all been around for a while together. If they haven't tried to go after him yet,
But they're huge now,
and you have to, and you do
and
realize
they're more mature now compared to where they were younger.
True,
and
but
more-
more
the rodent
wild.
the rodent is usually kept in his pocket, out of sight. So who knows?
You
Is
wanna put
anyone
the-
going to ask the pets?
I'll use my ring of animal influence to talk to them. And
Okay,
Ask
so
if they're even aware
every
of
pet in the room can understand you, Baka. You've got a captive audience in the room. They're all listening to you, except for Sagi, who is still inside the zipper pouch of holding.
I'm gonna
That's
give
cute.
I'm gonna give Baka Splinter and let him do his
I'll
animal
hold
thing.
Splinter.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not sure you're aware, but this is Splinter. He's Pias rodent. He's gonna be in the room with you. Do not eat him. Do not attack him. Do not play with him. Just leave him alone. And Splinter,
And,
even look at him.
same goes for you.
Ari goes, okay, so Ari goes, oh, father, it's a rat? Are you sure it's not a morsel of nourishment? And then Alistair, his brother, who's a little more mature, goes, listen to your father. He's telling you something. Pay attention. And I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention. And
Ari, I will not feed you for 5 days if you eat Splinter.
Chester chimes in and goes, you should listen to your master. I listen to Theoden all the time, and I love my master. So you should tell him you should listen to what he says. And basically they've all kind of like gotten Ari. Ari seemed like the only one that might have been a problem, but because of the way in which you took control of the situation, I'd like you to make an animal handling check at advantage.
Guidance.
Nope.
Okay.
Because you aren't even aware of what the conversation is. You're totally clueless to what's going on.
Yeah.
A bunch of
23.
barks and growls and shit. What is
23.
it? Okay, you are reasonably sure that Ari or Ari or Chester or Alistair, they're not, or Tora for that matter. Although Tora seems Tora's in the corner. He hasn't said a word. He basically just been like licking his arm and just chilling. Tora hasn't said a word this whole time.
Tora, I'm gonna look at Tora.
Yeah, yes.
Same goes for you. Do not eat or play with Splinter the rodent. If you watch out for Splinter the rodent, make sure he's healthy and happy, I will give you extra chicken later.
It is only my love for you,
bribe.
Baka, that makes me not want to tear it to pieces, because this is against my natural nature. That is my true born enemy over there, and only my respect for you is keeping that thing alive.
Well, I appreciate it, and I love you. Thank you.
Yes,
And I'm gonna give him belly scratches.
Oh. So, okay. So you're relatively certain with that role and with that conversation that Splinter will be safe.
Splinter would have died if you didn't say anything
Yes.
about Tora.
Oh yeah, well, that is possible, but I hate to do that to players, but you never know. You did roll really high though, so the odds were in your favor. So you make your way back down the stairs towards the general area. You notice that there is a large bar that's off to the side that does have patrons. It's kind of like a square bar that patrons are around the edges of the bar, and the bartender is in the center with kind of like a center column going up. And then there's an other tire area that's it's got tablecloths and cutlery on the tables, which is something that you guys find unusual because usually the places you go to have just basically shitty wood tables where they basically bring over, you eat it with your hands, or they bring over like wooden spoons and shit for you to basically to scoop it out. So this is on another level than what you're used to.
Okay.
The guy who sat you down, the host, gives you these what appears to be laminated menus, and he gives one to each one of you. And then a female halfling, who's honestly is adorable. She looks like she's 17 years old, but you realize that if she's a halfling, she's probably a grown woman, but she looks like she's kind of a 17-year-old woman. She comes up, 17-year-old human, pardon me.
Right.
Comes up to the table and goes to Sirach first and says, "What would you like to order?" And Sirach, you look at the menu, there's nothing on it. It's a completely blank laminated piece of paper.
And what's this place called?
The Magic Menu.
You're
You're all looking at your menus at this point while she's waiting for Sirach to say something, and every single one of your menus are blank. There's nothing on the menu.
Is this a joke?
She giggles and says, "I'll be with you in one moment, Mr. Dwarf." Sirach, your name is, I'm sorry, what is your name, sir?
Oh, Sirach, nice to meet you.
Yes, pleasure to meet you. I'm Janice. So, could you, what would you like to eat?
Well, I noticed that there's nothing on the menu, but seeing this place, I don't know. Do you have lobster?
You look down at the menu, and there's at the top of the menu is now suddenly writing appears, and it says lobster franchise.
Excellent.
Yes.
That's what I was hoping for.
Okay, so she says, "Is there anything else that you would like?"
What's your house soup?
My eyes just lit up.
Yes. So you have to understand, sir, the way the magic menu establishment works is whatever it is that your heart is contented for, whatever kind of soup you're interested in, will appear on the menu and will be produced for you here.
I was hoping for menu. Like a good, like a corn soup, like my mother used to make.
And then you look down and you notice that there are two versions. All of a sudden, there's suddenly a soup of the day line on the menu at the bottom with the middle blank for more space, for more ideas to pop up. And it basically gives you two types of corn chowders. One is basically it's a Flitwick chowder and an Ecosted chowder.
Oh.
And she basically points to that. She points at, she says,
clam chowder.
And she says that the Flitwick chowder is with a kind of like a thick white sauce, and the Ecosted chowder is with a red sauce.
Oh, then Flitwick, of course. The only way.
Oh, Flitwick chowder coming right up. So Flitwick chowder and lobster franchise. You need to have like a side.
Give me a potato.
And absolutely. Potato. And what would you like to drink, sir?
A big tall mug of ale, please.
Big tall mug of ale. Mr. Theoden. He obviously doesn't know what she says. She obviously didn't say Mr. Theoden. Pardon me. But she goes, Mr. Dwarf, what would you like? What would you like your menu to present?
How about some corn?
Absolutely. Corn on the cob appears on your menu.
A nice trout steak soaked in butter.
Yes, absolutely. As you say it, you see the words magically apparate on the laminated menu.
Oh, yeah.
Or in exactly
yeah.
in exactly the right description that meets your your personal tastes. Like everything that the meal that you desperately wanted to have today appears on this menu.
I
So
see.
she writes it down and Mr.
Wait!
Sorry,
Wait.
I'm sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
I also want a sweet potato.
Absolutely, absolutely. If as you can see, that's on your menu, and you notice this sweet potato baked and sweet potato fries is on you. All of a sudden appears on your menu.
Nice. Yeah, I'll take both.
Okay, so it's she absolutely she makes note of it. Says, "What would you like to drink, sir?"
I'll have a pint of ale.
Pint of ale. Coming right up. Coming right up. So we have sir, the other dwarf in the group, and she points to Harry, who's scribbling furiously in his book ever since he sat down. He's not paying any attention to the menu. He goes, "Oh, okay, all right. So I'll take
Just get him a pen. He'll be fine.
That's
He
funny.
eats paper.
I have
a
a pen
goat.
though, but I'm hungry. I'm hungry. So do you have I don't know, do you have steak? Oh my God, it's on the menu. Oh, okay. I'll take quarterhouse steak and mashed potatoes and a side of
Harry, don't cheat yourself. Get some sweet potatoes.
okay, sweet potatoes with cinnamon and mushroom and marshmallows, and just some water, clean water. And I'm fine. Okay, who's
Question.
next? Yes.
They have marshmallows.
You don't know. I guess you just got to ask for it.
Good point. All right, never mind.
By all means, you can jump in and add to your order if you so desire.
Yeah, I so desire.
He so desires. She adds the marshmallows to your order of sweet potato. So I'm looking now. She's looking at the gnome with the white mohawk. Sir, what does your heart desire?
Yes, I'd like a prime rib with a herb sauce and a lobster risotto.
Magically apparates on the menu.
Lobster risotto.
You flip it around. You show it to her. She copies it down. What would you like to drink, sir?
Some ale.
Ale, absolutely.
Also, I'd like to get 2 orders of roasted chicken.
A whole chicken.
Yes, it's for the pets.
Absolutely.
Oh, smart.
If
Okay,
they do
very
what
cool.
you asked them to do.
If they do what I asked, yes.
Yes. If they were
Otherwise,
bad, if they were
they
bad,
might not get. They might be full already.
Okay. So Pia, the navy blue tiefling, she looks at you last. Sir, is there anything that you would like?
I'm gonna look intently at the menu.
Blank
Do you
page.
have any bear steaks?
Right on the menu, it's steak a la bear.
You know what? I'll take 2 of those.
2 steak a la bears. What is your side dish, sir?
I will take a sweet potato and a regular potato.
Sweet potato, regular potato. Would you like some sugar or cinnamon on your sweet potato and regular potato?
Just lots of butter.
Lots of butter, plenty, absolutely. What would you like to drink, sir?
A pitcher of ale for
Pitcher. Well, then you know what? She's going to come over with a huge, massive
Yeah,
pitcher
you
of
might
ale
as well.
and several tankards for all of you. It takes about a half an hour before all the food is laid out in front of you on this large, exquisite table with the tablecloth and the cutlery. And it is one of the best meals you guys have had in a long time. This place,
I am happy to hear it.
And obviously there's time for dessert, you guys. You tell her what kind of desserts you like, and it produces itself. It's an amazing place. You stay there for a few hours getting fat, and while you're there, a few things happen. Let's do them.
By the way, I'm gonna throw the chicken.
By all means.
Into the pouch. That's
Absolutely.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Well, I mean, talk it out. Why is that?
Fuck.
Harry is
Right,
curious
sorry.
So you're about to put the chicken, the big piece of chicken in the
Is that
pouch.
stupid thing still in the pouch?
Yes.
Yes.
Why
It's
would you throw it in there?
I didn't yet. It's probably already gone through like 200 rations.
He's
It
gonna
doesn't stop.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
never going to stop.
I did name it after a being of the void.
he's gonna outgrow that pouch and like blow it up.
So is there anything else that you guys would like to do before some of the events take place?
Yeah, I want to bring the chicken upstairs.
All right, so you make your way
For
upstairs. You
for
excuse
Ari
yourself.
and Tora.
You excuse yourself from the table. You bring the chicken upstairs. You go to your room. You go to the one of the 3 rooms that you guys rented for the next 3 days. And when you get into the room, you are surprised to find that while all the animals are alive, none of them have been killed. The room is torn to pieces.
Nice.
The bedding is all over the place. The pillows have been torn to shreds. And you notice
Feces everywhere.
and you notice Splinter is at the top of the windowsill. And the 2 dogs, the dog and the 2 lion cubs are basically like this with a guilty look on their face as you enter the room,
I'm
all
gonna
like
yell.
at attention.
What the fuck did you guys do?
And simultaneously, because you can talk to them with the ring of animal influence, Chester and both lion cubs, Alistair and Ari, go, he did it. And all 3 of them point at Tora. And Tora goes, oh, rat me out the first chance you get. Is that how it is? You will suffer the consequences.
Tora, what did you do?
Get it, rat?
I did
Yeah,
nothing
I
of
was just
the
gonna say
sort.
that.
Alistair, what did Tora do?
Alistair, the more mature of the group, says, Mr. Baca, I apologize. Please don't tell my father about this. But I tried to tell them not to chase the rat, but they decided to play a game of it. They basically said that, you know, that the one in the room that was able to capture Splinter would get the most food tonight. And I didn't believe it, but Chester and Ari believed it. And then I was basically trying to stop them from eating eating Splinter. And I mean,
who proposed this? Tora?
and it looks like there's a hesitation, like Alistair doesn't want to throw Tora under the bus. So he doesn't say anything, but you can tell by his lack of saying
Alistair,
something.
if you do not tell me who proposed this idea, I will tell Sirach.
Make a persuasion check. Persuasion.
You could ask Splinter too.
True. Yeah, let's say
It's true.
23.
23. He goes, I don't want you to tell father, but Tora, I'm sorry. Tora basically. And then from above the windowsill, all the way at the top of the room where the other animals can't reach, Splinter chimes in and goes, yo, it's okay, dude. It's just exercise for me, man. I like it. They're just showing some serious family stuff. So I'm totally cool with it. It's fine. They couldn't catch me if they tried.
All right. So I
Apparently
came
they
up
do.
here to give you guys some chicken.
I want this
Fresh
rat.
cooked chicken. But now the only one getting chicken is going to be Alistair. Alistair, here you go.
Oh, can I give some to my brother, please?
No.
Oh.
Ari, you know better.
Ari's basically Google eyes, guilty. Looks like he got his hand caught in the cookie jar.
I've been there.
So do you
Ari,
make your
Ari, apologize to Splinter.
I'm sorry, Splinter. I'm sorry.
All right.
Do you forgive me? Splinter goes, yeah, dude. It's totally cool, man. It's not an issue at all.
And I'll give the other piece of chicken to Ari now.
All right. So and Chester basically is like, can I have some too?
Oh my
Sure,
god.
sure.
Oh,
Chester.
thank you.
Tora, you don't get any of it.
Oh, I didn't want any of that chicken anyway. Didn't want it. Ha!
I thought you were gonna,
Orange tabby cat.
I thought Tora, you were gonna be my man. You were gonna do this for me.
I feel like you haven't been told the entire truth, and when I get you alone later out of these horrible menagerie of pets that you've assembled that have no honesty and loyalty to those of their better, I'll explain to you, Baca, what really happened. But I will hold my tongue for now in the presence of liars and cheats. Ha!
All right, we'll talk about this later then. Splinter, I'm gonna come over here.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna grab Splinter.
Cool, man.
I'm gonna put him in the bag of holdings.
Splinter,
okay,
best
man.
character.
Later, dude.
Yeah.
Later.
All
So
right,
he
and I'm gonna
dismisses.
walk out and just
Okay, so
Shake my head at
you
Tora.
make your way back down, okay, and you make
Probably
it
should have
back.
did that in the first place.
You make it back just in time, Baka, to notice that Harry is actually giving some sort of speech. It's weird. Everyone is sitting at their
Uh-oh.
chairs, and
Here we
Harry's
go.
standing up. He basically has a page
Is
of
he
his
drunk?
journal torn out. He doesn't appear to be drunk, even without a roll. He seems to be of his, normal sober self. Maybe a little too sober. Maybe he needs
He's
to get
having a
drink in him.
psychotic break.
So what he told Baka before what he told the rest of the table before Baka showed up, and you guys can basically fill him in very quickly, is that he basically says, so you guys, I remember you told me that you basically wanted me to write a letter that you guys could send to the council to basically absolves your responsibility in my so-called kidnapping, which obviously is not the case. So I wanted to let you know that that I basically wrote that letter. And if you want, there's probably a Griffin Express somewhere in the city of Elizondo. We could send it out today if you want. So at this point, he's basically has the page torn out, and he's standing up, and he's basically getting ready to read it to you for your approval and consideration.
Why
Yeah.
don't we read this in private and not in this restaurant?
Oh, okay. All right. It's cool. All right. So let's just say you basically talked him out of it. Well, no, you know what? Make a persuasion check, Bach.
Fuck.
Persuasion.
Guidance?
If you want to.
Yeah, sure.
Add an extra D4 to your persuasion check.
25.
With a 25, you notice his shoulders slump, and he could see that he's saddened by it, but he basically puts it away, puts it back in his book, and okay, all right. Goes
Little
back
later, buddy.
goes back to eating his food. And that's something that you can remind him to do later if you so desire. So now, while you're eating, I would say halfway between your main course and your dessert, as you're waiting for your dessert to come out, everyone notices this and is shocked by it, but Baka does not. I'd like Baka to make a perception check, please.
Guidance?
No, not on this one. And this one, you're a little bit too surprised to give him guidance.
That's 30-20 anyways.
A dirty 20? Okay.
Yeah. My rolls are on fire right now.
Yeah, it's because we're not in combat.
Well, it doesn't matter. So, all right. So, so basically you guys are sitting at a circular
It
table.
didn't matter, like it didn't work.
No, it did. You said what, dirty 20?
Yeah.
Well, okay. The point is that you're unaware of what approaches. So,
okay. Wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
So basically, all of you are within line of sight, and none of you, after you find out what's happening, none of you jump from your chairs and look to strike it down with your weapons and magic. But suffice to say, all of you are stunned by what you see. Suddenly, you feel kind of a warm sensation on your left earlobe, Baka. As someone, you get a vague sense that someone is in your
Is it
general
wet?
area. It's not wet, but
Okay.
it's warm and inviting. And you hear a voice, a familiar voice, Baka, in your eardrum, suddenly say, "Old McLeaf, he had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm, she had a Baka, E-I-E-I-O." At this point, you turn around, and now Baka sees what the rest of you saw 5 seconds ago. You are in the presence of a female tiefling with bubblegum pink skin.
What?
White hair down to her shoulders, gorgeous face, absolutely beautiful tiefling. She basically has a sword at her side. She's wearing basically not leather armor, but just regular clothing and cloaks.
I don't know what's
And
going
she
on.
has a violin on her back, or what looks to be a violin. And since Baka doesn't know what's going on, I'm basically going to remind you of something that you experienced before we started streaming on YouTube.
You mean like 10 years ago? Feels
Yes,
like.
basically at the beginning of the campaign, you met this individual and might have had some intimate time with her.
Oh,
Fuck
you
me.
Okay, a
boned
long
her.
time ago, long
one
before we
night
started
stand.
broadcasting. So anyway, so you vaguely remember this person because you know it was a long time ago. And what strikes you, what made the group not jump up and say, "Hey, how are you?" with a huge smile and invite her to sit down even before, but they sat there with like stunned faces, was
I'm sure I
when you
stole
t-
from her.
No, well, when you didn't steal from her, if anything, maybe
boned her.
she may have stole from you, but that's another
Oh,
conversation.
she stole your heart.
So
And virginity.
when you turn
Oh,
around,
shit,
when you turn
that's
around,
right.
you notice
What the fuck?
that she has a massive pregnant belly.
No fucking way.
And she says, Baka, would it be okay if I speak to you alone for a few moments?
Oh, shit.
And you see that oh shit reaction? That's basically the reaction that everyone had as she was walking up the table because she waddled up with this massive pregnant belly. So she asks you with a smile, could I speak to you? And she points to her table. It's like
Sure.
I
three-person
mean, if it's
table.
massive, it can't be Baka. Because what a baby gnome is what?
That's true. That's a good point.
So you go over to her over to her table and have a seat?
Yeah, do I remember her name?
Baka,
I don't know. Do you remember
you
her name?
are the father.
No, of course I don't fucking wait. let me
Make an
see what-
intelligence check.
I might have wrote this down like
Make an intelligence check. It's a long time ago.
Guidance.
You can't give him guidance for this. You're stunned by
Chris.
the
Let him give me
environment.
guidance.
No
I wish I
guidance,
was
no
better at a
guidance.
medicine check. I would do a projection test.
I got a 10.
A 10. To be completely honest
Annabelle?
with you, you can ask her if her name is Annabelle.
No, I don't want to ask.
Well, here's the situation. You're not 100% sure what her name was because you have a vague recollection of a one-night stand, but not much else. You do feel like actually make another intelligence check. Intelligence check.
All right, 18.
With an 18, you remember she was rude. She gave you a really nice time, and then after the deed was done, she threw you out of the room.
Oh,
I
it was
remember this.
her.
I remember this.
That was
Yeah.
a fucking weird. Yeah.
Yes. So she invites you over to sit down. She's got a big smile on her face.
I don't
So
remember
obviously,
her
it's
name,
not
though.
just a big smile. She's got a big
Fuck.
belly. So what do you say to her? She smiles and she's not saying anything.
More than just a big smile.
Yeah.
Hi. How have you been?
I've been good. Baka, it's so good to see you. It's been so long. You're not gonna ask me? She's smiling
I'm a little afraid to ask you.
She says, no, Baka, it's not yours. Don't worry.
Oh, Sirach
not-
called it.
It's not yours. She says, although I am flattered, the timing is approximate. I just wanted to, it was just good to see you from a distance. And I wanted to actually, to be honest, I wanted to apologize to you.
Yeah. That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted you to know that at that time in my life, I was in a very dark place. And
I had made a huge mistake.
well, she doesn't say that. She doesn't say that, but she does say that, you treated me with tenderness and affection, and I basically cast you away without giving you an opportunity to prove yourself.
Esmeralda?
Is that what you? And I'm going to assume that that's what you say to her. And she goes, "No, that's not my name, dear."
You're just throwing out.
She
names
goes.
now.
Yeah.
She goes. My name is Leaf. My name was Leaf, and actually, my surname is Leaf Nowhere.
Leaf Erickson.
No, Leaf Nowhere. And actually, the tradition of my people is that since I was orphaned on this plane of existence, and I don't know how or why I came to be here, I took the name Leaf because the first sight that I saw was a leaf falling from a tree as I was in my bassinet. And I picked Nowhere because I didn't really know where my place was in the world. Well, the good news is that I have found myself. Now I call myself Leaf Somewhere because I know where my place is supposed to be. And I just, part of this process is to apologize to people who I've hurt in the past. Not to say that I've hurt you. I know that I didn't hurt you. Like, obviously you didn't even remember me, but I just wanted you to know that I wanted to apologize for the fact that I didn't treat you with the respect that you deserved.
He deserves respect.
Appreciate it.
That's what
And
she said. That's what she said.
and it's good to hear that you're doing better and you're in a better place. And
All right, I want everyone else, the three of you, Sirach, Pia, and Thaden, to make a perception check. Because obviously you're trying to hear the conversation from a distance, but it is relatively crowded and loud in the room. Let's see how much of this you can pick up.
13.
13, Thaden, you can't pick up the conversation.
No.
I heard nothing.
Okay.
9.
9. Okay, so it's basically a private conversation that you guys can't hear, but you're anxiously awaiting for him to come back to the table so you can grill his ass on what happened. But anyway, an interesting I said there were 3 chairs at that table. One of them is empty, and an individual comes in and basically sits down in the chair surprisingly. And this is the ugliest human being you've ever seen, Baka. Okay, this guy is like just you can't believe that this is like a mutant human. This is just ugly as hell. It just disgusting. And she basically introduces you to, well, this is the father of my child. His name is Samro. And here's the interesting thing. Sirach, Pia, Theoden, the guy that suddenly sat down at the table with Leaf somewhere and Baka is basically a gnome with a black mohawk. It looks exactly like Baka. So, from your perspective, Baka, this guy is horrible. What is she seeing him? To the 2 of you guys, she obviously looked for a replacement for Baka. The only difference is the color of the mohawk.
Well, I'm also a lot more handsome.
Well, from your perspective, absolutely. To the 3 of you guys, it's like she literally just obviously has a thing for gnomes with mohawks. It's pretty obvious. So after some pleasantries, she buys you a drink. You get the impression, Baka, that she wants to continue to have dinner with her significant other alone.
Yeah,
so,
I'll fuck off back to the table.
Yeah, so you fuck off back to the table. What do you guys say to him when he comes back to the table?
Who was that, Baka?
One of those nameless hookups.
One of those nameless
One of those
Which
nameless
one?
hookups, you say?
I don't know. I think it was back when we were in like Friendpool or something, a long time ago.
Oh, now he's getting a little accent. I see you, Baka.
Anyways, yeah, you don't have to worry. The child's not mine, thankfully. Yeah.
Who's this, a PR?
Perhaps.
That's it?
That's
That
it.
she
Nothing happened.
she
Yeah,
came
she-
all this way to find you to tell you that her child is not yours.
I think it's just it's her business. All right, Thaden, it's not mine. It's her business.
She made it yours.
She made it yours.
All right. Well, sorry, it's wrong. It's not your business. It's hers and mine. And
Oh!
there's literally nothing between us. So
Oh, really?
Thaden, shut the fuck up.
All right,
Let's
Baka.
go fucking shop. I'm tired of this shit.
All right, so
I'm
let's
tired
just
of
say,
this deceit.
well, let's just say, now hold up a second. Let's say, for argument's sake, by the time you get through dinner,
Still
it's,
liking
let's
my
say,
shopping.
1:30 in the afternoon. You've had a massive lunch. It's awesome. You're burping. You're farting. It's great. Your belly is full. Absolutely.
Hurts the
No.
most.
Is there anything else that you would like to do for the time being in the magic menu before you either go upstairs or make your way out into the city to explore?
Yeah, I'd like to poison Baka's food.
You're gonna have to make a series of checks. Do you have poison on your possession?
I do not.
I do not. So probably can't do that. Sorry. So what would you guys like to do?
No, Sirach slips him a vial of poison.
What would you guys like to do?
You go, buddy.
Baka, wasn't there a couple things you wanted to do?
There's always a couple things Baka
Yeah.
wants to do.
Yeah, I got to hit up
Well,
like
they're gonna
four,
take
four
the
or five
longest,
shops.
so let's get them out of the way.
I gotta hit up. Wait, sorry, I was on the phone. What did Thaden say?
You were on the phone?
Don't worry about it. It didn't happen.
Yeah,
so.
it didn't happen.
Oh,
It
yeah,
didn't
he wanted to
happen.
poison my food. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all.
I'm
I
not
gotta
worried.
get over to an armorer.
I gotta get.
Mm.
Yeah, same thing. Armor, jewelry shop.
So where
If
would
we
you
hit
guys?
up a
You have.
magic shop. I might look
Magic
for, like, a
shop.
magic
So you
sword
have
or
the
something.
you have the map
Pet
that
shop.
you have the map from that guy that illustrates the various places. Which place, Baka, are you looking to lead them to first?
Let's go to armor for.
Armorer
Rock
first.
and I.
Absolutely. On your way to the armorer, you notice that there is a stable, a small thatched, like small ass place that says on the sign Griffin Express.
I'm gonna
And
take
Harry
out
goes, I could mail my letter to the Griffin Express right now if you want me to. If you-
Chris.
Yeah.
Let's read it
Sorry.
first.
I'm gonna take Ari with me.
Oh, okay. So you go up to the
Oh,
room.
actually- Alistair should come too.
Okay. All right. So is Chester coming?
Naturally.
Okay, so
I'll take
Chester.
fucking Tora too. Whatever. Fuck it. They're all
Okay,
coming.
so that's
Fuck
it. All the
Tora.
pets are coming, including obviously you've got Splinter in the.
Yeah, I'll take Splinter
pouch.
out and give him to.
How big is Splinter now?
No,
Well,
we're talking.
Splinter's the same size. Doesn't look like Splinter indulged in any of the rations.
Oh,
Who knows?
That's-
Who knows
is he
where
dead?
Soggy the Weasel is? I mean, that's
and that's what I meant. That's what I thought we were talking
anybody's
about.
guess.
Yeah.
Anybody's guess where what rabbit hole that thing.
That's
fell.
what I was talking
I
about.
want to
Oh,
pull out
anyway.
Soggy real quick. Soggy, how many rations are left in the bag?
I lost of my master. That's so good.
No, how many are left in the bag?
Not a lot. Nah. Let me go back in and check. I will count them with my mouth.
All right,
I will
fair.
count them.
Go in.
So-
Go back in. You're throwing him back in, aren't you?
So my question, when he pulls them out of the bag, how much leeway is there to the opening of the bag and Soggy's body?
Getting
Like,
close.
is
It's
it-
getting close? It is really getting close.
He's gonna get stuck in
The
there.
belly is distended, like you wouldn't believe. It's like it's like little legs, and the bottom half of him is
Next
like,
time you
It's
go
a
to
pear.
pull out Soggy, he's gonna pull out.
he's the
bones
shape
and a
of he's the
heart.
shape of an hourglass pear. It's this thing now. So anyway, he's supposed
gourd,
to be
he's
like
like
a
a gourd.
long. He was once a long tubular shaped thing. Now he's like a pear shape. He needs to be on a treadmill of some
It
kind.
went through his thighs.
So anyway, so you make your way over to the armor. It is a dual armor shop and also a leather working shop. So
Oh,
yeah, there is a at this particular place there is a lean dark-skinned
Fight
human
was
lean
just
dark-skinned
thinking
human who's basically covered in muscle. It's a very hot shop. It's got like the workings of a furnace inside, but there's also different leather like hides and things hanging from basically the walls and stuff getting dried out from having been torn off of the animal and being cured and turned into actual leather strips. The place is like an all-purpose kind of armor type place. You don't see any weapons. You just see like different types of armor. So you guys enter. What would you guys like to do?
Hello, good sir.
Excuse me. So what can I do for you? What do you need?
I'm looking for some armor.
You come to the right place.
Excellent.
Ah,
So
Ah,
first off, I need for myself. I need some studded leather,
I got that.
some high quality studded leather.
I got plenty of that.
Okay.
He goes into the back
Okay.
and he's looking. What are you looking for? Studded leather?
Studded leather.
Let me just
DM
grab
to player.
Book out. Let me
player
get the
to
book
DM.
out and see exactly how much
I want
studded
some
leather is in
+2
the book. Just to be
studded.
fair. Just to be fair. I don't want to cheat you.
Player hook a guy up.
my guess is 45.
Okay, 45 is a good guess. Absolutely. I will go standard amount. So studded leather would give you 12 plus your dex modifier. What is your dex modifier? Just out of curiosity.
It's a +4.
Plus 4. Oh, plus 4? Woo! So yeah, so you would go just your dex?
Mhm.
Wow, that's strong. So not counting any other types of benefits, you go from 12 you'd be a 16 if you were to studded leather. So he can sell you a suit of studded leather for 45 gold.
I guess DM to player. I
Yes,
have
yes.
to increase the strength of that. Do I need to get that enchanted, or can I get
Well, I mean, DM to
I want a
player,
+2.
it doesn't seem like
he has such a thing?
has that such a thing. He's someone who makes the finest of leathers and metal armors, but he doesn't have the ability to
course.
enchant it. You could
probably
buy it
do a
from
magic
him and
shop.
you could buy it to him and maybe take it to a magic shop and try to get it enchanted. That's a possibility.
Okay.
All right. So are you buying that?
Yes. Yeah.
All right,
I'll
so-
buy that.
So what are you wearing as far as armor currently? Are you going to put that on? Or are you just going to put it in your pouch?
I'm gonna put it in my pouch for
Okay,
right now.
so-
yeah, I'm
so
gonna
for
keep the
40
breastplate
I
on.
mean,
So
my
for
pouch.
40 well, he does. He's sure he has his own pouches. It depends
Yeah.
where he wants to
You
put
put
it.
studded leather into pouch?
I got a backpack. I can.
He got a
shove it in
backpack.
there.
He can shove it in there.
I
Also,
don't have
I
a
think
lot
you
of stuff.
I was
probably.
thinking like a coin pouch. I was like,
Oh
how's that
no,
gonna
no,
work?
no! I was thinking like like a over the shoulder, like a bag or
no.
whatever. Anyway, so 45 gold will get you a suit of studded leather fit to your size, the half elf. Is there
Okay.
anything that anyone else would like to buy from this cantankerous, dark-skinned human? Very muscular.
Yes, I'd like to buy some custom made armor for my pet here. I
Which
point
one
at
are you
the lion.
pointing to?
The lion.
He looks at the lion. Oh, I get something that you're gonna like. I'll be right back. And he goes into the back. He comes out with what looks like barding for a horse, but what's interesting about it is that it has. It looks like. Have you ever seen the coats they put on dogs in the winter? That goes over the top and then has like a strap underneath that you can pull tight.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like that, but he also says, "Let me show you this." And he's got a weird lisp, this guy. And it's got like a strap on the outside on both sides and a buckle that you can pull it so that it actually gets tighter and looser.
Like a belt?
Yeah, but it's belts on both sides so that it can make the barding kind of collapse and be tighter and looser to allow for the animal to grow.
Mm.
Yes.
You got
So,
2 of those?
Yeah, I got more than 2.
Good.
How many you want? 1,
2.
2,
Maybe 1
Yes.
for
3.
3 for the dog.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Is that him, Bart?
David, pay
Howling or
attention.
is
No,
that-
that's basically on cue. Chester decided to
Matt.
say, "Hey, don't forget about me."
David, pay attention.
What
Armor.
exactly
Get Chester
is
armor.
it? It's
Armor for your dog.
But it adds armor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like putting leather armor on the animal.
Is there any
They
way
don't
I
make
could?
that in plate, do they?
No, he does. He can't make it in plate.
All right.
Well, let me hold on a second. You ask him if he can make it in plate.
Yeah.
I can have it adjusted. It'll take time.
How much time?
A week.
A week?
Week.
I'll take the leather.
Leather. So 3 sets. Because they're usually 100 gold each, but I'll sell them to you for 75 for each for the 3.
I'll give him 80.
You make math confusing for me. So
I'm sure math's not the only thing confusing for you, my friend.
that was a sly joke. I get it. I didn't do well in school. I'm sure you didn't go well in school either.
I didn't go.
So basically, he's given 80, which means you guys could theoretically give 75 and 70 because he's charging 75 times 3 for the 3 sets of leather barding for the animals. So
Well,
you guys
I'd like
paying?
to do something
Yes, go for it.
with mine.
Absolutely.
Sir, is it possible to add like almost like scale mail around the body area and maybe get a steel open steel helmet, like his front is, but the sides of his face are covered in steel.
He looks like he's scratching the missing patch of skull that he has where his hair is patchy. Got kind of like a little mismatched afro with holes in it. Scale. I could add helmet for an animal. It's a brilliant idea. Give me a week. Come back in a week and I'll have something whipped up for you. Come back in a week. I have to go to my thinking chamber and come back with something interesting. But I can say, yes, go for it.
For the DM.
Yes.
I know. Is it realistic to put a helmet on an animal?
Well, that's why he needs to really think it over. He hasn't made one yet.
Okay.
He has something to put on the body.
Because I've tried putting hats on my dog and cats. It's not happening.
Dude,
Well,
and you put a strap on it.
Well, the bottom line is.
Oh, you put a strap on it. Yeah, I've tried it.
Well, your animals suck.
Well, he needs a week in order to try to custom make something that would go on the head. He's seen the average this cranial size of Chester, and the 2 lion cubs are approximately the same size. So he's going to try to whip something up, but he needs a week to go to the drawing board and see. But he does know he can add extra like ring mail or scale mail type protection on the outside of these leather bardings that he's created. So there's 3 of them. You guys are buying 75 gold each. Is there anything that you want to take it with you as is? Or do you?
No, I'm going to leave it there so he can work on it.
Gotcha.
Wait. Baka's leaving it there for a week?
Baka's leaving it there for a week.
So I might as well try the plate armor.
All right. Well, he can't do plate. What he can do is he can do like a combination, like ring mail,
Like a studded
kind of situation where it can increase the protection.
Yeah.
Once you put metal on it, it's kind of impractical. It's like a walking Christmas tree. It just doesn't. It's not.
True.
But
So it's gonna take a week to add that extra.
Week.
Why don't we just
I
buy?
can't.
Why don't we
I can't.
buy the extra? He said he had more than 3, so why don't we just buy like one set of just plain leather body armor, and then he can work on the scale mail body armor.
6.
If you're worried about it, Sirach, about
6.
the timing. Yeah,
You want
6. Sir.
6?
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah,
for,
why not?
For 6, he'll literally. What's the good news is that he'll sell them to you for 60 gold each.
All right.
So for 60 times 6 is 360 gold total. So
I'll
you
pay
guys,
120 for mine.
all right. So you guys splitting it like 120 for yours?
Yes.
Yes. So there's 6 of exactly.
Yeah.
I
Right,
can
so-
do that math.
Yes. So each one of you obviously going to pull from the zippered pouch of holding as far as the money, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then just take 360 gold out of the zipper pouch of holding at this point.
Well,
now,
everyone just takes
I have
120
one
from
other
theirs.
request.
sure, of course.
Sirach's gonna reach into his bag and he's gonna pull out 2 vials. And
Mhm.
It's like potions healing, basically.
Mhm.
Could you make like some leather holders for these to go on the barding? Kind of like a little pouch, easily accessible.
He's looking at it. You see
Sirach
his
is
mind
very
whirling.
confused at the eyes.
His wheels are spinning in his head.
Back 1 second.
You're not sure. You begin to wonder to yourself, does he have a glass eye? Is that why he keeps going back? You're not sure. But the bottom line is, something's weird going on with his eyes. Either he has partial vision or he does a depth perception problem. You don't know what it is. But anyway,
Same.
he says, I can do it. I can do it.
Good.
That's
Good man.
easy. I'll do that. No extra charge.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
But here's the
Okay.
news. The news is in order to put extra metal studs or rings on the outside of the 3 that you're leaving behind, it's going to cost an extra 100 gold each.
Oh, okay. So
So basically,
Yeah.
it's going to end up not being 360 total. It's going to end up being 660 total.
why not?
So it's okay. So just
Yeah,
when
I mean, we have how
you have
much?
lots of gold. It seems like Baka is keeping track of the gold in the zipper pouch of holding.
Well, I'm
It's in-
keeping
in
track
order-
of my.
I'm only keeping
portion
track of
it.
mine, not
Oh,
no
okay,
one else's.
okay. Well, then I have no idea how much gold each one of you guys have. You guys have
Oh.
to keep care of it. So just keep in mind, you kept track of yours, right? It's 120
Yeah,
each.
I keep
It's
track of
actually
mine.
220 each because putting the studs, the metal studs and the rings on the outside in order to add
Oh, I
extra
thought we were
protection.
gonna pay for that when it's finished, but
is
okay.
it- no, I mean, well, he wants the money up front.
All right.
Yeah,
So
who
it's-
do you
so
think
an
this
extra
guy
100.
is?
So it's 220 gold each.
All right.
And so 3 of them are being worked on, but right now you have basically leather armor that you can add to Chester and to the 2 lion cubs. Now you have the armor class on the stats of the lion cubs and whatever it is. On your the stats for the animals, I want you to add a +3 bonus to their armor class.
Ow.
Okay?
Is this +3 with the scale mail armor or
No, the
just
scale
leather?
mail
The
armor.
leather.
The scale mail armor will probably give you an extra like +1. So instead of a +3, it'll be a +4.
Okay, so it's instead of it.
But
So
for
my guy
right
has
now,
16.
so with your armor class before for the lions were what?
Mine was 13 because I went Dex route.
So
and-
13. So 13 + 3 is 16. Yours will be 17 when you get the upgraded
And
armor in
then,
a week.
Sirach went the strength route, so
Sirach, yours is what, 12?
12.
So
it's
yours
15.
is so now Alistair is now armor class of 15. And
Mm-hmm.
when you get the upgraded armor a week from now, it'll be 16. Let me and
So-
what's Thade and what's the armor class of Chester?
13.
So right now his armor class is 16
Okay.
with this armor that you
And
just
then
purchased.
it'll be 17.
Then it'll be 17 in a week. Let me just mark this down.
Okay.
So 9-9 is when you have the rooms. 9-16 to
have to extend the
57
rooms.
is the armor. Okay.
For
Cool.
916, that's a weekend. That's a week from our 3rd day.
So, I'm sorry, say again.
You said 916 for the armor. That's a week from.
How many did I
from the
say
3rd
a
day.
week? Did I say a week or did I say 7 days?
So
Yeah, because it's different in this realm, Bob.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to accidentally steer you in the wrong direction. Did I say a week or did I say 7 days?
a week.
You said a
You
week.
see, when you
A
say
week.
a week in the
So,
realm is actually 10
10
days.
days, right?
Yeah. So the way the calendar works, and I'll just say, I mean, I know you guys know from the materials I gave you when we started the campaign. I'll say it for the audience that's watching the video. every year has 300 days. There are 10 months of exactly 30 days each, which makes it 300 days. Since every month has 30 days, there are only 3 weeks in every month, and every week is 10 days long. So 10, 10, and 10. Most merchants in major cities will work for 7 days straight and then party their asses off for a 3-day weekend. That's usually how it works.
Smart.
But of course, there's variations to that because soldiers have to work on weekends, and some merchants are like, "Fuck that, I need the money," and they work straight through. But the bottom line is that's generally the way it works. So a week is actually 10 days. When he said a week, he meant 10 days. That doesn't mean that you can't show up earlier and say, "Hey, where's my shit?" and see if you could pay him more to get it. Maybe it'll be done early. Who knows? But he's thinking 10 days. So all right. Anyway, sorry for the.
And just who is not keeping track of their money? Generally, it was.
Well, I don't know. It's up to you guys. If you, I'm not.
Well,
I
wasn't keeping track.
Well,
I
what
stepped
I
away from
did,
that.
what I did with mine was I put like my 500 platinum that's in my pockets, and then in a separate line on my sheet, I just wrote how much of mine is in the bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been keeping track.
I didn't think we divided the bag's quantity evenly. I thought it was just bag money.
Well, no,
that's what I figured. I was like, why
we didn't initially before we hit the last place.
Well, I marked
didn't have
all of
the
my
same amount of
coins.
money because
But
I had
why
a different amount
can't-
than Thaden initially.
Why can't we just pool
And
it
then we
all
just
together? Who
divided-
gives a shit?
We divided, the money
Because I don't trust certain people in this group. So
Yeah, and I don't want people spending my money.
I took the time.
You're
to
the only
mark-
one spending money.
Yeah,
I
you're the
marked
only one
all
ever
of
spending
mine.
money.
Remember that.
That's not even close to being true, but
Okay.
All right. Well, here's the situation. Unfortunately, because of the amount of coins that you have in this zipper pouch of holding, if you were to take it out and divvy it up like 4 or 5 ways, you wouldn't be able to carry it all because it'd be in the thousands of gold pieces and platinum. Because that last dwarven rune cave you looted, I mean, you wouldn't be able to carry all those coins if not for that zipper pouch.
I know,
So,
but I kept track of how much we divvied up there and then
Yeah.
how much I had beforehand.
So, well, here's the deal. There's all going to be held from here on in during this week. You guys can figure it out. Or if you want, we can do a loose number right now. How
Who
about this?
cares? Let's just pool it all
I
together.
totally agree. But for the time being, so that we can figure out if you want to, I figure there was about 6,000 gold, 6,000 platinum in the last rune cave. If you want
we each got 1,333 pieces of gold and platinum.
Okay, so you know what, guys?
Oh,
Write
okay.
that down on somewhere on your sheet. 1,333 gold and 1,333 platinum. And then minus, like, for the guys who just bought like barding and shit, like for the pets, just minus like 200 and change for each one of them, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's something like 120 plus 100. Yeah, 220 each. So 1,333 minus 220 of the gold. Okay. And then just keep that number, hold on to it. And the assumption will be is that all the gold and platinum is in one spot, but keep track of your own shit. Okay.
That's what I thought we were doing.
Let's do that. All right. So
I was only keeping track of what I had in my pockets.
yeah. Well, I mean,
just stopped
because I've written down 1,900 platinum because I had 600 platinum before we hit the dwarven ruin.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I have over 2,000.
I'm pretty sure you do. You don't.
I know
spend it.
I don't spend it, but I'm saying I'll just fucking throw it. Who gives a shit? I'll just throw it in.
well, even if you're just throwing it in the zipper pouch of holding, if you want to keep track of how much money you have, just keep
All
track
right,
on your
all
sheet
right,
from here
all
going
right,
forward.
all right.
If you don't, then don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Because you guys have enough money to throw around.
Yeah, that's
When you're level 15, you're basically rich.
And
Yeah.
also at this point, Soggy's probably eaten half of our money anyway.
This is
Oh,
true.
God.
This is true.
Don't
If he
fucking
could,
joke about
if he
that.
could, he would.
So that's why I didn't put all my money in the bag. Just saying. Because now I don't trust 2 things that are
Hey,
in possession of the bag.
Okay, so let's assume that it is 3 p.m. On the 6th of the month. You guys have done the negotiating in regards to the armor for the animals. You've suited them up. You guys are going to continue to shop. Is there some other place you'd like to go?
I
yeah.
need to go to a magic shop.
Okay, before we go
Yeah.
to the magic shop, let's take our mid-session break. Let's take 15, 20 minutes.
I mean,
Hello.
hello.
Hello. So we're all back. Good.
We are back.
Ladies
Back
and
in
gentlemen,
action.
this is Shenanigans ttRPG, and we play Dungeons and Dragons Monday nights, usually at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We also have our own website. It's SttRPG.com, Shenanigans Tabletop Role-Playing Game, SttRPG.com. Where did we leave off? We left off, you were just leaving the armor shop and you were intending on heading to the magic shop in the city of Alzando. Yes, it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The rain has subsided. The clouds have broken. At least you're not getting soaked while walking to the magic shop.
Yeah.
So you reach the magic shop using the map that that Baca purchased.
Very expensive map.
Yes, it was an expensive map. He did not want to part with it. But, you know, listen, at least you don't have to roll to find things. You just automatically can find it. So do you enter the establishment? Just looks like a nondescript building with a sign that says, you know, Julie's Magic Shop.
Yes.
So you enter Julie's Magic Shop. Ding, 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 ding. You look up at the top. You don't see a bell on the door, so that's weird. But then again, it's a magic shop, so not a surprise. There is a female tabaxi. She has kind of like she looks mangy. She's got gray fur. A tabaxi is a cat person, for those of you that aren't so sure. Little mangy, wearing a robe, hanging out behind a counter. Looks very much like a jewelry shop. Jewelry shop in the sense that it has like these cases, these like glass cases that normally you would see jewelry behind, but there are various tokens and items and trinkets and things behind the cases. They seem to be under lock and key. She says, hello, how can I help you, gentlemen?
Hello. Would you be Julie?
I am I am Julie. How can I help you?
I was looking to see if I could get an enchantment switched from one item over to another item.
I don't think I can do that. It doesn't quite work that way.
Wait, what are you asking for?
Go ahead. They didn't just ask, so you can.
What are you asking for?
Oh, Theoden, I want to get my added armor bonus and my fire resistant off my breastplate and onto my new armor.
Oh.
So she's listening into this exchange, so she's getting a better idea of what you need.
Yeah, I don't know.
He says, "Well, I
guess
have a better
anything's
idea.
possible.
I have a better idea. So, how about we do like a trade-in? I can enchant. Do you have an item that you'd like to enchant with what exactly? Some kind of fire resistance?
Yes, fire resistance.
All right, so I can take your item, enchant it for you. It would take approximately a week. And what I could do is I could.
A week in this place.
That's an odd thing to say, dwarf, but okay.
Well, we had another encounter with the other shop. He said it'd take a week for us. Just pay me no mind.
Oh, okay. So, well, anyway, as we were saying, sir, what is your name again? I'm sorry.
My name is Sirach.
Sirach. I'm Julie. It's a pleasure to meet you. She kind of holds out her paw, you know.
Shake it.
Shake the
daintily.
paw. Exactly. So she goes, I do the enchantment on this new piece of armor or item that will give you fire resistance as a separate thing. And then you could possibly trade in the item that you have towards the price of what you're getting. Like, what do you have to barter with? What do you have in your possession that you'd like to perhaps trade in for a discount on the enchantment?
I have a breastplate +2, which also has the fire enchantment on it.
Okay, so, and what item are you looking to enchant with this fire resistance?
I'll pull out the studded leather.
So you pull out the studded leather, she lays it on one of the glass counters, she looks at it, she points at you, the breastplate you're wearing, she says, is that the...
Yeah, yes.
She waves her hand over you and sigils begin to form in the air, kind of like you. It's as if light is shining through the window on the dust particles that are floating in the air, but they're kind of glowing blue.
Fancy.
Yeah, and she basically, like, you could tell that she did something to your breastplate, but you're not sure what. Maybe it was a cantrip of some kind, who knows. But the bottom line is she looks at that, looks down, looks at, she says, all right, well, let's take it a week, and the normal cost for the fire resistance would be 4,000 gold pieces. You trade this in, and it will cost only 2. So you give me your breastplate, and in 1 week, I will give you this armor, this studded leather, with I'll make it even better for you. Give me 2,500 gold, and you don't have to trade in the armor you're wearing until you come and pick this up.
Ooh.
In other words, in this week, you keep your armor.
Sure.
When you come here a week from now, you bring that armor and 2,500 gold, and I will have this studded leather enchanted with fire resistance.
Excellent.
Okay, so
Sounds great.
So you go with it. Now, player to DM, you realize that the price she's quoting you is just for the fire resistance, not for any extra benefit of armor, like
Yeah.
+1 or +2. Is that something that if you're looking for that
I am
as
looking
well?
for the +2. Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to be a little bit more expensive.
Hmm.
It's going to be figure for the +1, it's going to be an extra 1,000. So for +1 would be probably 3,500 plus what you're wearing. And then it would be an extra, it would be honestly be 6,000 gold pieces to get +2 leather with fire resistance. So +1 would be 3,500, +2 would be 6,000. And that involves giving the breastplate over when you return.
Yes.
So is that a
It'll
deal?
be 6,000 with giving the breastplate over.
Yes.
All right. I'll still do it.
Okay.
I'll still do it. Yeah.
So let's I'm going to mark that down, that it's basically the same day that you're going to pick up the stuff from the armor / leather place. So same thing. And it'll be 600 platinum, and you know what she says? She says if you can give it to her all in platinum, she will charge you 590 instead of 600.
Sure, I can give it to her all in platinum.
Okay, so it's either 6,000 gold or 590 platinum. So I have that written down, 919. Okay, so that is done. Is there any other transaction that you, Sir Elf, would like to do?
I will be satisfied with that for right now.
Excellent. Anyone else? She looks around the room, wondering if anyone else would like to try to buy something.
Yeah, I'll take a shot in the dark here. So, I have this staff. I'm going to take my staff of charming and put it on the table.
Okay. She does the same thing. She does whatever kind of motion
I
with her
want to
hands.
ask after PR too.
Absolutely. You're all standing there, including Harry. The horses are tied. Well, horses are back at the stable, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about the cobblesnot either, because that dwarf is having fun with the cobblesnot.
We should sell it to him.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have no. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see if it's still there. He's that valet guy that takes off with your car when you give him the keys.
Yeah.
So anyway, she looks at the staff and she goes, "Oh, staff of charming, interesting. I like it. What, you looking to sell it?
I am looking to trade it if you have what I'm looking for.
What are you looking for?
And let me hold on. I gotta look at it now. I am looking for a staff of frost. if you happen to have it.
Make an investigation check. I have to make it the whether or not it is currently in stock has to be basically a roll of the die. So I'll just pick investigation, even though it doesn't fit exactly. I'm not giving you persuasion because your persuasion rolls are like 35. So investigation check.
It would be a 12.
A 12. At a 12, she says she does not have it in stock, but she can create it. It would take a week. Here's the negative, though. She says, I would have to take, unlike your friend, who I say he can hold on to his armor, his breastplate. I would need your staff of charming in order to. I need a staff to put the enchantment onto. The easiest way would be to take your staff of charming and then re-enchant it.
Wait, I have another staff.
You do you?
I have my regular staff just kind of on my sheet. Does that count?
Well, is it a staff with no magic item on it?
No, it's just a regular old staff.
Oh, she absolutely. You show it to her?
Yeah, sure.
She says it's actually easier that way. It's easier when to unenchanted item is more complicated. So she takes your regular quarterstaff that's not enchanted, and she says it will cost 5,000 gold pieces.
Even if I trade you the staff of charming.
Without the staff of charming, it probably would be higher than that, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do it.
Okay, so we've got. Let me write this down so I don't screw this up. +2 studded fire 919. 919. Staff, frost.
I
Okay.
sent it in the group chat if you guys are curious.
5,000 gold or 490 platinum. She'd rather have 490 coins to deal with than 5,000 coins.
I have 490 platinum.
Good. So if she doesn't care which one you show up with, but if you show up on the 19th with 490 coins of platinum, she'd be more than happy to take them.
Oh, so
So-
I don't have to do payment right now.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Excellent.
You can just hold on to the money, and if she's just she likes making stuff. She's not asking for a down payment.
All right.
Beautiful. Well, thank
Yeah.
you.
All right.
Theoden's turn.
Theoden, what would you like?
Theoden would like to know if he can get his shield enchanted
Okay.
with added armor.
So you place the shield on the table. Now, what is the current enchanted level of the shield? It's a +1, I think.
1 sec. It's
What does it
plus-
give you? Does it give you +1 or +2? What does it give you?
It's a 2 + 1.
2 + 1. So 2 + 1 is probably the 2 is because it's a shield, and
Yeah.
then it's probably got an extra +1 of
Plus
enchantment.
1, plus 1.
So you'd like to make it a +2.
Is
Exactly.
there a limit to how high that can go?
The limit generally is usually +3 is very high for an item. The absolute limit of an item is +5, but most items don't go that high. Most
Damn.
items the limit is +3, but it is possible to go beyond 3. We're talking about tens to hundreds of thousands of gold.
Yeah, I was going to
And
say
then-
that's stupid money. Yeah.
And then not just stupid money, but also whether or not a random storekeeper would have the ability to do that, because that's some higher level shit.
Yeah, it's going to be an Enosa thing.
Yeah, possibly. So, well, it's good that that's on your radar, because Enosa is considered to be a very
Magical place.
futuristic city. That's what you've heard from rumors in Flitwick. But boy, who knows what rumors are? Rumors are full of shit.
That's
You'll
when
have
we
to
get
find
my
out for
vote.
yourself. So anyway, let's get back to the shield for Theoden. She looks at the shield. She says, "For 2,000 gold pieces, I can enchant this shield, and turn it into a +2 shield, giving you a overall protection of +4.
Damn, boy.
2,000 gold. Here's the negative. In order for me to enchant it, I have to take possession of the shield for the week. I can't
That-
just.
That's quite all right.
All right. So do you do it?
Yeah.
All right, so you unfortunately lose possession of your shield at the moment, dropping your armor class by 3. And you maybe either you can buy another shield and a regular shield in the meantime if you want. Otherwise, you'll drop by 3 and you go two-handed with your hammer.
That's fine.
Okay, so that's 919 Theoden +2 shield. Okay, 2,000 gold or 190 platinum. So if you happen to have 190 platinum when you come back a week from now, she will gladly take the, she'll lose out 100 gold just to deal with less coins.
Okay.
All right. Baka, is there anything that you want? Baka can't hear you. I
You're
think your
muted.
microphone is off. Hello? Try again. Uh-oh.
Hello?
Yes, now we
There we-
got you. We got you.
Okay.
So were you telling dirty jokes this whole time and we didn't hear you? It wasn't because we didn't think you were funny. We couldn't hear you.
No, no
right.
dirty
You hear
jokes.
me, right?
Yes, I got you.
Um,
So what is anything you'd like, Baka?
yeah. It's just the problem is, Miss, I don't know exactly what you have, but I'll take a shot in the dark, because like always. I was wondering if you have a cloak of displacement.
I guess in order to make the roll, it's a very difficult item to enchant, she tells you. I'll go in the back and search through my cloaks to see what I have. Usually I don't have something of that quality in stock, but I'll go back I'll go in the back and look. So I'm going to want you to make an investigation check. The DC is going to be very high for her to have this.
All right. What'd you say, Matt?
You keep trying to go for this cloak.
It's
Good
OP
item
as
for me.
Fuck.
Investigation.
No.
Well, what did you roll? Just curiosity.
I think my investigation is what, +6? Yeah. So I only 15.
15. Unfortunately, no, she doesn't have that in stock. And now I want you to make a. No, you know what? I will roll for her. She says that she would love to make one for you, but she does not have the skill right now. You know, she
Is
doesn't
there
have the skill.
anybody that
She has a skill to
can
make him
that
a very
you
rare
know
staff,
of?
though. But
Is there what did I'm sorry, Mr. Tiefling, what did you say?
Do you know anybody that can make it?
There is a college of wizards in Enosa.
oh,
That's
God.
possible, but I'm not sure.
Absolutely fantastic.
That's the great news I was hoping for.
Well, I mean, again, you know, that's where actually I learned what I know. And I know there are individuals that are more powerful than I am, she says. But I'm not really. I can't tell you 100% for sure, but that's where I would try. You're not involved in politics, are you?
We try not to be.
Well, then you should be fine. I've been to Enosa many times. I went there for my education. The reputation is a little bit soured over the years. It's not as bad as they say.
Oh,
Insight check.
Make an insight roll.
Still do want to shop, by the way.
Sure.
17.
You think she's telling the truth?
Okay.
I mean, she's got the face of a cat. It's hard to tell cat reactions as far their facial expressions. But with a 17, you think she's telling the truth.
Okay.
So, Baka, what would you like?
Well, I was wondering. I'll show her my studded leather. I was wondering if you could upgrade this. Right now it's a +2. I'd like to get to a +3.
Ooh, that's at the limit of
what
my
did Chris
abilities.
just tell you?
I am asking Matt. You got a problem with questions?
I'm kidding.
She says this is at the absolute limit of what I'm able to do, and as a result, the spell components are extremely expensive. To get this to a +3, I would have to hold on to it for 2 weeks, and it would probably cost more than you have. Believe me, I don't think you would be able to afford it.
Just curious how much.
She
Call it
looks
curiosity.
10,000 gold.
Chump change.
I could pay that.
Hey, nothing.
Her eyes widen.
I'm gonna run
She's
away
got-
with the bag.
No.
She has like these gold kind of slits, irises, and her eyes open super wide when you say that. It's very beautiful eyes, actually. And she goes, well, I mean, it would be an honor to do the enchantment if you have the resources. I
do.
apologize for how expensive it is, but there's not much I can do to curb the cost.
You mean we all buy something and you can't help the guy out a little bit?
Make a persuasion check.
Damn.
Persuasion check from
The
Pia.
lady's
29.
like, the lady's like
29.
complete poverty, and Jacob's trying to shake her out.
So Pia's words of persuasion, the beautiful navy blue skin on his face obviously has enchanted this very mangy looking tabaxi. She flutters her eyes and goes, "Did I say 10,000 gold? I meant 9,000 gold."
9,000 it is.
Okay.
Hold my
In
hand out.
fact, and she looks back at Pia, obviously in a very fascinated fashion, and she says, "Because of your friend, if you bring in platinum, I'll charge you 850 platinum."
Sure.
Okay, so let me put that down. Unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit longer.
800 and how much? 50, you said?
850, either 9,000 gold or 850 platinum, depending on what you have available when the time comes.
Okay.
Okay, and that is for studded
+3.
+3. Now, here's the problem. You have to disrobe and give her your studded +2. She needs to hold on to it for 2 weeks.
Take it
fine.
off.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Yeah,
do you
Okay,
have
that's
do you
where-
have any kind of backup armor? If not, you might have to buy something. What would you look to do? Just get regular studded armor in the meantime?
Yeah, I'll do that after.
In the sake of brevity and to keep the narrative moving, let's just assume at some
45
point.
gold.
Yeah, just take 45 gold off. At some point in the afternoon, you go there and you buy just regular studded leather for 45 gold.
Appreciate it.
And that way you can just minus 2 off of your armor class for the time being.
Okay.
Okay.
I am not done. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's totally fine. Just make sure you have enough money.
I have plenty of money,
Okay.
and I got jewels to sell later too.
Don't take those marked coins that I
Would
marked.
you
So
She does say to you before you address the next item you're looking for. She says, considering the amount of work and the danger of the realm, For something this expensive, I mean, you could possibly give a down payment for this particular item.
Sounds
mean-
fair. How about?
I mean, the truth is, I don't know
I-
if you're going to come back. You could, fall down a valley. It's, crack your neck for all I know.
That is something.
well,
that
there
really
are
happened
other
before.
items I am interested in. So let's discuss that real quick, and then
Yes.
I can talk about a down payment.
Absolutely. What else would you like?
I was wondering if you had an amulet that could increase my constitution.
She goes in the back. She starts rummaging through her boxes and shelves, different items. She starts looking around behind the glass cases. Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna cast guidance on her while she's looking.
On
Yes,
her.
you can. Yes, you
Well, not
can.
on me.
So add an extra.
Well, I'm assuming.
Well, you're rolling for her in a sense.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you're not the one actually looking. She is. So that's actually smart. So to this roll of your investigation, add an extra D4.
22.
22. She says, unfortunately, at this time I don't, but I can. Again, there's no reason why I can't make one.
All right. How
Um,
much would that cost?
So you're looking for an amulet that will increase your constitution
Yeah, it's called player to DM. It's amulet of health.
and the health. How many? What does it give you? Plus one or plus two?
It turns my constitution to 19 total. Basically,
So what is your constitution now?
it's 15.
Okay, all right.
It doesn't give it a +4. It just turns whatever constitution I have into 19.
Okay. She
It
says
is an attuned item, so
She says it was an attuned item. She says it will take 2 weeks, just like the studded leather. She says, do you have an amulet that you would like me to enchant? Because otherwise then I have to add to the
Right.
cost.
like
It can be any necklace or pendant or other item.
no, all the pendants and necklaces I have, I thrifted.
She says that if you have a gem of some kind, I can enchant the gem and then you could take it to a jeweler and put the gem onto a chain. And it would be basically the same thing.
No, I'll add the cost of an amulet.
I have a silver ring with a gem on it that I acquired. If you want to borrow it, you can, Baka.
Oh, you know what? I actually have a gem. I'll put it on a red gem.
Okay. So you hand over what is like a ruby?
Yeah, it's a ruby.
Okay. So she takes the ruby. She said, this is just fine. I can do it with this. It's going to take 2 weeks and it's going to cost 5,000 gold.
How about 4,000 since we have done so much business for you right now?
She takes a deep breath, purrs a little bit on the exhale and says,
You're going to be very rich after this.
make a persuasion check.
Guidance. Actually, no.
Well, hold on a second. I was going to say, if you guide this, you have to do a sleight of hand check.
No, I'm not feeling lucky. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, it's all right. I got a
I
dirty.
helped you with the first one.
Thank you. I got a dirty 20 anyways.
All right. So a dirty 20 was what you needed. So she says, how about 4,500? How about 4,500 gold and 40 platinum? 400 platinum. I'm sorry.
400 platinum.
400.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let's put this down.
So and I'm gonna give her 800 platinum, but I owe her 1,250.
Okay. So hold on a
So
second.
I'm basically paying off like 2/3.
So she's looking for us. 850 plus 400 platinum is 1,250 for both items.
Yeah.
How much are you giving her?
800.
800. Okay. So you still owe her 450 platinum.
Yep.
Okay. Baka, 450 platinum. Okay. Done.
Wow.
Anything else?
Just do you have any health potions?
Health potions. Investigation check, please.
I know we need those guys. Come on.
And Pia, if you'd like to guide her in her search through her potions, you can do that.
I would love to.
Yeah, so add an extra
Thank you,
D4
Chris.
to this check in her potion cabinet.
You said investigation, right?
Investigation.
+6. That's 20,
And an extra D4.
27.
27. She has in stock 17 of standard health
Oh
potions.
wow.
Wow.
Yes, you rolled a 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything over a 10 she has. So 10 plus 17. She happens to have 17.
Just standard. No.
She has just standard.
I will buy 5.
5. Okay, that's 50 gold each for 250 gold pieces.
Sure. Okay.
Do you give her the gold right now for it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So add 5 standard health potions. She in her stock has
Just
12
math
left. So just make sure that you take the 250 gold off. Okay.
Yep.
Anybody else want anything?
No.
All right. So let me write this down real
Jeez,
quick.
my-
Excuse me, guys, because I don't want to forget and I don't want to screw up. All right. So magic shop. Magic shop. It's a shopping episode. Magic shop.
Always is.
That's cool. Hey, listen, that's the fun. It's an RPG, man. RPG, you have to go to the main menu and you have to do inventory and tweak out your character. It makes total sense. Magic shop is 919.
It's all about that
And then
character
it's-
build. You know,
and
you
then
want to
it
get
is-
maximize.
919
Right.
is where most of you can get your stuff, but 929 is going to be the Constitution gem and studded +3 Baka.
919.
And that's 450 due, 450p due, 450 platinum. Okay, cool. Now which means basically your destiny is tied to the city in the next 2 weeks. Otherwise, you guys are gonna be pissed. Okay, cool. That'll give me some fun. I can make you jump through
Well,
hoops of
I'm
fire
only
now.
tied there for a week, so
Yes, exactly.
bye,
Try not to
guys.
burn- but try not to
I'm
burn
out.
this one down, please.
Is there anything else you gentlemen would like to do? 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yes. Sorry. More
No
shopping.
Fast forward a week.
I have
More
to go. I have to go
shopping!
2 more stores.
It's totally fine.
At least
We
2
will-
more.
That's fine. We'll fast track it. What's up?
Just go to a pet shop real quick. You know.
Pet shop. You look for a pet shop. Unfortunately, there is no menagerie or pet
You're
shop
a liar.
on the map. On the map. That does not mean that the menagerie doesn't exist in the city. It just means that the person who made the map didn't think a pet shop was important enough to put on the map.
I'll go ask
So
the
I
guard.
want. So I want
bribe
you.
him.
I want you. You ask a guard. No problem. Make a. It's easy enough to find a guard. Now the question is whether or not this particular guard would know where a pet shop is. Maybe he doesn't like pets. Who knows?
Does he have a dog?
Well, what do you say to him, Baka?
Hello, sir. I'm looking for a pet shop, and I.
Looking down with you with condescension, but go
Oh
ahead.
God. I can make it worth your time if you point me in the direction.
Make a persuasion check.
Guidance.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I got an extra 20.
Natural 20. Do you have a map?
I do.
Show me your map.
Show him.
All right. So what he does is he points into the center of the map where there's this huge spire drawn. He says, here's the Citadel Spire area. Okay. It's got a bank. And it's got obviously the spire, which is home to the Queen Regent and the Princess. In that general area, you're going to find it's an open plaza with a water fountain of a boy spitting water. Right behind that, you're going to notice that there is a pet shop back there.
Thank you.
It's called the Brass Menagerie.
And I'll flick him a gold.
I don't need your charity. They
Oh.
pay me well here, but thank you.
I'm glad you're probably the only guard to ever say that.
Yeah. So what do? Do you lead your group into the Citadel Spire? To the
Unless there's a jeweler shop on the way.
jeweler shop. Jeweler shop. By all means, it would be easier. There is a jeweler shop mentioned on the map that you purchased.
Okay.
So it's
I'll go
easy
there
enough
first
for you
then.
to go there first. So you go to a jeweler shop. Human, standard variety, thin guy, receding hair, dark hair, wearing glasses. You know, he's about basically an eyepiece on his glasses.
Nice.
So he doesn't have to constantly like take it off and back and forth. He just got to affix to his
Convenient.
glasses. Yeah.
Hello, sir. I'd like to sell some jewelry.
Sell
right.
some jewelry.
Yeah.
Hello, partner.
I have this beautiful necklace, and it's the 3,000 gold necklace.
The 3,000 gold that was originally appraised.
Praised for, but that's what they tried to initially buy it without bartering, so it's worth more, obviously.
He picks it up. What's interesting is that he's got like these very, very, very like milky smooth looking hands. It looks like he hasn't worked a day in his life, right? He picks it up, does this thing with it, to look at the gems on it. Takes a few minutes. After a while, you wonder like it's like a few minutes before he speaks. Some of you are getting a little impatient, but eventually he speaks up and goes, "You were right. It's worth more than 3,000. It's worth 4,000. But I can't give you 4,000 because I'd have to sit on it and sell it.
I understand. It's
Yeah.
the way of marketing and
Yes.
such, a business. And
Yeah.
how about 3,500? I don't know where this accent came from.
Fine.
Yeehaw.
I could do 3,500 for this.
Sounds great. And I also have this necklace, and it's the jeweled bracelet with Kaylee. Is the name I read.
Oh, Kaylee. Okay, hold on. Let me look through the book. Hold on. Got to go back to the previous
and
chapter
while
of
you do
when
that,
you
I'm
actually
gonna-
stole it.
Matt, you should probably buy diamonds because you need them for residing people.
Diamonds.
Well, that is
Diamonds.
true. Something to
Need
say, like
500 gold.
for those of you in the group, including Harry, who may have the ability
I
to raise
have
dead,
some diamonds.
make sure that
You
you
need
have
500 gold and diamonds.
Make sure that you have 500 gold pieces worth
Oh,
of
that's
diamonds
right.
for the transition of the spell. If here, you know how I do the skill check to see if you're successful in calling down on your god in
Mhm.
resurrection. If you don't have 500 gold pieces worth, it makes the DC harder.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. Doesn't mean that you could theoretically try to cast a spell with no diamond, but then
Yeah.
the DC is going to be appropriately much higher. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind. Also, another thing is remember how
Would they
you brought.
have diamonds in the store? No.
Oh yeah, it's a jeweler shop. It's basically you just walked into the diamond district, and this is this
Oh,
area
good point.
this area is right outside the Citadel Spire, and you get
Alright.
you get a sense that it's like the rich part. Of the
I
city.
like to buy a diamond or two.
Yeah, he's like the guy with the thing on his eye. He says, "Don't go anywhere. I got you." Okay, so just give me one
Does he
second.
actually say that?
That's exactly
Yes,
what he
that's
says.
what
I
he
got
said.
you,
And I'm a stand with my chest tall.
Kylie. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. I've just got to find it. I wasn't expecting you to pull that on me. I don't know what page the amount is on. Give me 1 second. Okay, hold on. Right.
I thought I warned you.
No, you did, but I wasn't sure. Okay. So now what? I'm assuming it was a ring you stole from her.
Bracelet. Yes, I have
Bracelet.
written down.
Oh, was that the girl that you took to bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah. He looks at it
Been a few
and
girls.
I'm sorry.
I said it's been a few girls.
It's
Oh, okay,
sorry to hear
Sap.
that. Okay. Hey.
Giggity.
All right,
Hmm.
Saps. Baka.
We can't all be
excuse me.
tied down like you guys.
He
Yeah.
says he'll give you 500
I'm
gold
done.
for the
You got
for the
Dream
bracelet.
Girl.
No, I don't.
She
She's
doesn't
gone.
have anything at this point.
Yeah,
You
I got-
used to. How much is it, Chris?
500 gold he'll give you for the bracelet.
All right, it's the 4,000 gold.
So it's 4,000.
How
And-
about 390 platinum?
You want 390 platinum?
Yeah, it's just easier to carry.
Absolutely. I'll give you 390 platinum.
All right, for both items, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Well, not for both items. No, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I
Oh.
thought you were talking about 390
Hang on there,
platinum. So I
Baka.
thought you were talking about 390 platinum because you wanted the convenience of carrying less coin. I was going to give you 390 platinum just for the necklace.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about the bracelet right there.
No. So the necklace is 4,000 gold. If you want the convenience of carrying lighter coins, I'm more than happy to give you 400 platinum. That's fine. I mean, that's okay. But it's going to be 450. Wait, hold on. 5 platinum.
Confuse yourself.
Yeah. I'm so bad at math, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on.
I'm worse.
4,500 for the bracelets. 4,500 total. That's 450 platinum. Okay. He's willing to give you 450 platinum for basically,
Sure.
Okay, so he gives you mark off the bracelet, mark off the necklace, and add 450 platinum to your kitty.
Just how much I need to pay off the rest of my magic.
Yeah,
shop.
exactly. That's true. And it's legit because these are things that you found along the way and held on to.
Oh my god, I held on to them for so long.
Okay.
All right. Well,
And
that's,
anything-
that's all I had to do.
Anybody wanted? So you said, Mr. Dwarf, you were looking for diamonds.
I am looking for a few diamonds. Yeah.
How much are you looking to spend, sir? We have small ones. We have large ones. Are you getting married?
What'll I'm not quite, my friend.
Oh, okay.
I'm in need of them for a few spells.
I see. Well, what's the value, the ballpark value that you're looking to invest?
About 3 platinum.
3 platinum. 3 platinum will get you 30 gold worth of diamonds. That's not a
Wait.
problem.
You need 500 gold worth. You need for one res spell. Matt,
okay.
you should Thaden, you should probably stock up. on
Yeah,
more.
no. I misconstrued that.
Maybe at least 30 platinum.
I'm thinking 60.
So 60 platinum will get you about 600 gold worth of
You know
diamonds.
I'll
No,
throw
all right,
30
all right.
more. I'll
No,
throw more.
3,000 platinum.
3,000 platinum will get you 30,000 gold worth of diamonds.
Do you have that much?
I'm-
What
You have
the
three.
hell?
Do you have that much
No,
platinum?
He
I
doesn't have
don't.
that much
Take
platinum.
a zero
I
off.
I
Try
think he means
300
enough for
platinum.
6 res spells.
Yeah, enough for enough for
6.
4.
All right. So then
Four.
let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. So
3,000
six
platinum.
reses times 500 gold is
Bless
3,000
your heart,
gold.
Matt.
I told you I'm
That's
worse than you.
300 platinum. So do you
300.
have 300 platinum, sir?
I do.
So then you now mark on your sheet somewhere, mark off 300 platinum and write somewhere 300 platinum worth of diamonds.
Want me to
And
throw
then next to
down?
that, you can put
Thaden?
times 6 because I know what you're using.
Nah, you don't have to
Times
throw
6.
down.
Okay. So you have enough spell components to theoretically res people 6 times, raise dead. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
So how many
Yeah.
diamonds is that?
Well, it's honestly, it's a whole
6.
bag full. It's
Yeah.
not really 6
All right,
diamonds.
I'm
They're-
gonna put the worth then.
Yeah, just put worth. Just put or if you want to, if you have no intentions of selling them, you could go diamonds raised dead times 6 if you want to.
Yeah,
Yeah, just do raised dead times 6 and then you'd
yeah,
set.
I'm gonna do that.
And then I'll just obviously we'll just, extrapolate from that. If you wanted to sell them at some point for some reason, we'll just be like 6 times 500 gold. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So diamonds
Beautiful.
times 6 raised dead. Anybody else want anything in
The only reason I'd get diamonds, you know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
I'm actually gonna ask, what would you value this necklace at? And for you, Chris, it's the
Yes.
necklace that I pulled out of the pouch of holding.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Oh, that's not in. That is in this book. Okay. Give me a second.
It's probably been the necklace we needed this whole time.
Oh my god. I didn't
Okay,
even
okay.
Could
think
you
about that.
imagine?
Oh, I swear to God.
Okay, okay.
Which necklace?
The
The
one
one-
that
The one
we're
you
supposed to
were
go steal.
supposed to go get.
Oh, it's definitely not it.
Okay. So he looks at it and he says, "I'll give you 1,500 gold for it."
Hmm.
That's a lot.
Good.
That is a lot.
is
And that's the necklace that you pulled out of the. Explain it to me again. I just want to make sure we're not making a mistake.
I pulled it out. I was looking for a necklace when I put my hand into our pouch of holding.
Yes. So
I
it was
pulled out a
originally,
necklace.
theoretically, it was originally.
Sylvia's.
So it was either Sylvia Cobblesnots, or it was
or
the original mage. You're not sure.
Mage, yeah.
Got you. So whoever put the ring, you basically thought necklace reached in, pulled out a necklace. You're not sure who had originally put it in, but if he says it's valued at 1,500 gold.
Damn. It's
I'll take
definitely more
1,500 gold.
Gotcha. So you now have. He takes it into his possession. He says, "Can I give you 150 platinum?"
Yes, of course.
Okay. So he gives you 150 platinum, and he takes just mark that necklace off of your list.
Were we 100% certain that wasn't the necklace we needed?
Nope.
Very
Never
well.
cast detect magic on it or
It's about my time to do something stupid, so you guys should have spoken up. I wanted the money.
He's got the money. All right.
Oh,
So
man,
what's
we're so
next?
far-
Anybody else want to sell off some valuable jewelry? Anybody else?
I don't have any.
I have diamonds I want to sell.
Okay. What do you have? 3,000 diamonds worth?
I have $3,000 worth of diamonds. That I
Okay,
wanna
let's do it. Let's do it. And everybody's gonna live forever. Sell them back. So,
Wait, are you serious right now?
He's joking, he's
kidding.
Okay.
where to
I
next,
have to
fellas?
ask. I
Uh,
have to ask.
pet shop.
Pet shop. So you make your way. There is a checkpoint to enter the Citadel Spire section of the city. It's kind of enclosed off. It's got various really like lavish chateaus and little cul-de-sacs inside the inner part. There's a huge spire in the center. There's guards near that huge spire. It's kind of like it's like a castle type thing, but in the shape of a huge phallus. But anyway, I digress. in the courtyard that leads to that area, there's a fountain, and behind the fountain is what's called the Brass Menagerie. You make your way in. There are sounds of birds, cats meowing, dogs barking, other types of sounds of animals that you've never heard before. Baka, with the ring on, you're basically hearing a cacophony
Dude, I'm
of
fucked.
basically like, pick me, no, shut up, you're stupid, pick me. Huge cacophony of animals basically begging to be fucking take me home. I'll guard your house. Oh, it's basically a huge kind of like.
Sounds like a winner.
Yeah. So.
I'm
would you
gonna
like to
walk
do?
up to a sales associate or
Okay.
whatever, and
Okay, so what you walk up to is a goblin who's gray. He's wearing an apron, and he's basically shoveling shit out of one of the larger dog pens.
Good man.
Can I
Hey,
help you?
hey, I'm looking for a pet or two. I'm trying to buy a pet as a present for my friend.
Well, who's your friend? Why you can't buy a pet for a friend? Pet, you have to buy your own pet. You don't buy pets for other people.
Well, I'm doing it anyways.
Well, which one of these guys you trying to buy for?
I'm trying to buy it for my friend Harry here. I'm gonna grab Harry and pull him up.
What? What? I don't want a pet.
Harry,
look at
Harry.
the pet.
We all have pets except you. You wanna be
And
like
that-
us?
And
Have a
that's
pet.
on purpose. I don't want to have to feed a pet. What am I going to do with it?
It's
How
all
am
right.
I-
I already know the perfect pet for you.
What do you want him to do? Look at it?
Sir, I'm looking for a parrot for this man.
Oh,
Dwarf.
I don't. All right. Let me see. I'll
I
take
like
you over
that
into
idea,
I'll take
though.
you over into the bird section of this place. Let's go.
Get
so
him a car.
He goes over into the section of the birds. There's obviously a large collection of birds. We should actually ask Jacob to dungeon master this section and ask him to describe his mom's house, basically all the different birds. The bottom line
That's all
is
they do.
lots of different. Yeah, they're basically all. There's what's funny is that some are more intelligent than others, Baka. It's very interesting. Some of them are having full conversations with you as you pass by them, and other ones are just like parakeeting the same. Like they'll just basically saying "asshole, asshole, short guy."
Get that one.
Oh,
Mohawk.
Look at this chode.
Mohawk. So it's basically like you're not really sure of it. Maybe it's an intelligence level thing. Maybe it's the type of bird thing. You don't know. But some birds, like what's interesting is you notice there's some pigeons in the back that they're literally having full-fledged conversation with each other about politics.
about astrophysics.
They're literally talking like the pigeons in the back are like having literally full-fledged metaphysical conversations about politics of the realm. But meanwhile, the really brightly colored birds that like look amazing with like this big beak and all these different feathers and stuff, basically, asshole walking by, asshole. So what are you looking for? He says to you, the Gray
I'm
Goblin.
looking for a bird, something that will keep an eye on my friend, something
I'm
intelligent.
looking for a bird that won't hurt my feelings.
I don't want a bird. What are you doing, Baka? I don't want a bird.
Harry,
This is gonna be your bird, Baka.
This is your
You're gonna
bird.
be-
I already
I'm
have
not-
an.
I'm gonna let him fly away.
I am not fond of birds, Harry. I'm buying this for you. I have two
Oh.
cats. A bird and a cat would not get along. Are you kidding me?
Then why are you getting
Then
a
why are
bird?
you
They're gonna
getting
be.
this bird,
This is your bird,
Baka?
not my bird.
Oh my goodness! I don't. Whatever. I don't care. I'm a part of this group,
This is apology, Harry, for the other day when I was being a dick to you.
and this is how you apologize.
Absolutely, it's not fun this way.
You know, Tora's gonna eat the bird, right?
Well, I have to work on Tor's behavior, so we'll
Oh.
use this as a training routine too.
So the Gray Goblin goes, "Say you want a bird or what? What do you
Yeah,
guys need
yeah,
to make
so
up your mind?"
I'm gonna look at the birds and try to find an intelligent one. That's
I'm gonna buy
Uh,
all of them.
I'm gonna walk up to a few birds and ask them, hey, I need you to protect my friend. How would you do that?
How would you do that?
Yes.
Great question.
So a bird waddles up to the front of the cage. and
How would you
goes,
go about flying into an enemy's face?
Well, considering the fact that I'm in this cage and have no power over my own freedom, I don't know how I would exactly protect your friend, considering the fact that he's much larger than I am and probably more respected amongst
That
other
bitch bird
creatures.
next.
Okay. And so then the next one walks up and goes, "Well, hello,
I
hello,
like this one.
hello."
All right, skip that one.
No,
Yeah,
I like
he-
that one.
Hello.
Do you want this one, Thaden, for yourself?
Harry, let's
Therapy by
bond
the
with
end of
this
this
one
shit.
for a minute.
Hello. Wait a minute. But
No, I
Thaden
cannot.
does.
I
Thaden-
cannot. I
Hold
will.
on a second.
No.
Harry decides to get a little more involved and walks up to the cage and goes, "Can you say anything more than hello?" Hello. No, I don't want this one. He says, "No, sorry, Thaden."
Harry, you don't know what you're missing with this.
Harry, that
Thaden
first
is-
one was pretty intelligent.
Sirach's gonna walk over to one of the ones that says asshole, and I'm gonna be like, one of these. It's gotta be like
Asshole.
yep,
Asshole.
that one. We gotta get that one.
Mohawk asshole.
Oh,
Mohawk
that's a better one. That
asshole?
one knows 2 words.
2 words. Wow.
2 of the most
I'm
important
gonna
words.
take my gun out and point it at that fucking bird.
Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Asshole.
Even better.
So finally, the third bird in that cage that you walked over to, of the 3 that were in that particular cage, walks up and goes, so what is your name, sir?
What the fuck?
I am Baka, and this is Harry, and I'm looking to buy
That's too high,
a
bro.
companion for him.
Fascinating.
Way too
so
hot, bro.
I think I'm a bird of proper breeding. I don't know why I'm in here. I should actually be free, but somehow I was captured. And I would love to spend time with your group. I promise I will watch your items and keep them very safe. I don't.
Flying.
And how do I know you won't just fly away when we release you from your cage?
How do we know anything in this life? If you really ask yourself,
Don't trust them.
Matt,
Fine.
you can't hear it.
Fine,
can't
goodbye.
hear it.
And
That's right, that's right. I can't
Waddles.
hear it.
He waddles his way to the back of the cage and pouts.
Harry, I like this one. The third. I'm pointing at the third one.
Why? Because it acts just like Harry in a combat situation.
Yeah, basically. Harry, this will be a great companion for you. And I'm gonna point to the goblin. I'm gonna use that one.
Oh, I don't want a bird. All right, fine. So basically you do the paperwork and basically you have yourself the
No,
bird.
you have yourself.
Well, yes, of course. Harry Harry gets the glove. The bird's on his hand. It crawls
kind of
up
bird
to
is
his
it?
shoulder. It's basically well, you know what? You're the one that brought us here. What type of bird? You're the one that would have went over to a type of bird.
It's an
When-
eagle.
So you want an eagle?
No, it's a hawk. It's a hawk.
So okay, so it's a brown and white hawk, with big talons. He's got kind of like a vague kind of British accent, and he seems to be very intelligent. I mean, you're not sure what the intelligence level of a hawk is, but he seems to be very intelligent. And he makes his way over, and you could just tell that he's unintentionally digging his talons into the shoulder of Harry. Harry tries to push him over to where the pauldron is so that he doesn't dig into the leather portion, try to get him to settle in on top of the metal part. Harry does not look happy. So-
Harry, it's gonna be all right. You'll bond with him in no time. You telling him bedtime stories.
Just like you love your horse. You'll learn
You don't
to love-
understand this thing. Well, you should keep it.
No, Harry, it's not for me.
He's ours, okay? Does that make you
Okay,
feel
all right,
better?
fine. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
So he's trying his best to be put his
Good
best foot
sport.
forward, but he doesn't seem thrilled. But so is there anything else that you would like to do?
Yes, I'd like to buy some bugs for Thaden's beard.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh,
easy
my
enough.
heart becomes warm.
Well, let me put it to you this way. They give you a box of bugs and the bird for 50 gold pieces.
All right, that sounds good.
All right. So
So I'm
Box of
gonna
bugs
give
are-
the bugs to Thaden.
you now have a
I don't know
box
what's
of
gotten into Baka.
you
but
now have a box of bugs
know what
that are
he's plotting.
perfect for repopulating your beard, Thaden.
And I'll just ask him one question real quick. Sir, since I'm gonna flick him a platinum. Do you happen to have any magical pets in this shop?
Make a persuasion check.
Guidance.
Oh shit.
You can guide him. Absolutely. Persuasion check
Oh.
for Baka
Oh,
with an
19
extra D4.
plus persuasion. 26.
Ooh, you needed a 25. That's
Oh
interesting.
shit.
Okay, so
Damn.
he looks this way. And he looks
I only
that
got
way,
that because of guidance. Thank you, Jacob.
You're welcome.
and goes and he says, "I got something very interesting. You just bought the bird though, so I don't know. You really want to walk out of here with 2 pets?"
Yeah. Why? Well, I want to take a look at it if you don't mind.
Depends on what it is. Yeah.
So
really.
the gray goblin goes,
I don't
"All
buy
right."
without looking.
Gray Goblin goes, "All right, come to the back." behind the beaded curtain. I got something special back there. Come on, guy. Come on.
gonna
So,
whip
so
out
do you,
his
do you,
dick.
so do you
The
guys?
adult
Yeah.
section.
Fucking yeah, let's go.
So you follow him back
And
there.
I got a nice goblin salami for you.
He goes, "Have you ever heard of something called a tressum?"
No.
All
What's a
right.
trism?
Let me show you what a tressum is. Here, come back. I got a feeling that you look like you're gonna like this, Mr. Gnome. Come here. Let's go. So the rest of you are welcome to come too. This is not a private party.
I'm
Come on,
looking this up
everybody.
right now.
I'm
So
coming.
do you guys go behind the beaded
Oh.
curtain?
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
You guys go behind the beaded curtain?
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way back there, and
Well,
there
I
is a cage back there.
I
With
didn't
a
see it.
first thing you notice is you notice
I'll
there is a
Google
cat. There's a cat back there, a cat with gray fur. Okay, and he goes, "Hey, Swampy, Swampy," and when he does that, the cat. You didn't notice this before because it's basically in a cage and it's about 15 feet away. So you didn't notice, but
I want one.
when the cat pokes his head up, all of a sudden, whoosh! All of a sudden, these huge wings come out of the sides of the cat. It's a cat with wings.
Fuck it. I'm
Whoosh,
sold. I'll
whoosh,
take it.
Whoosh. Okay, so
I'll take it.
okay. So listen,
Shut
you
up.
guys can do a bidding war amongst yourselves. I'm not basically. First of all, I don't care who takes it. This is a very special pet. We only get them in every so often. This is going to cost you 500 gold. You guys afford 500 gold?
Yeah, I'll here.
Oh
He
my
doesn't
goodness.
have it.
I'll give him 500 gold.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do an impromptu. Let's
tell you
do
what,
an impromptu auction. I tell you what.
No.
Go
Tell you
once,
what,
go
David.
twice. How much you want to? The wheel and deal for you, Mr. Dwarf. How much you willing
Hey.
to pay more?
499 gold.
That doesn't beat his 500 gold. I'm confused.
You know what?
All
I'll
right.
bite 700 gold.
700 gold to the man.
701 gold.
I made
Can I
the
get-
fucking roll.
We got
you
the
assholes.
dwarf. The dwarf says
I guided
701.
you.
701. 701 going once. 701.
900.
900 gold to the white mohawk.
901 gold.
901 to the dwarf. Dwarf going once. Dwarf.
1,000 gold.
1,000 gold to the mohawk.
1,001.
1,001
Yo,
gold.
you guys are killing me right
let's see,
now.
1,001 gold. This is a beautiful
1,100.
1,100 gold.
1,101
Matt,
gold.
1,101 gold. How you doing? This is a great day.
1,102.
I'll tell you what, I'll throw in the other bird for free now. 1,101 gold. How much we going past 1,101 gold?
That was 102.
1,102 gold.
I'm not going that high.
I'm gonna fucking slap the shit. out of the information.
1,102 gold to the man with the
You
white
paid for that,
mohawk.
you asshole.
Deal. 1,102 gold pieces. Free bird included. His name is
Why,
Slurp.
guys? 700 extra gold. You guys are dicks.
Hey, you almost got us in trouble out there when we first got here, so I don't want to hear it.
Thaden started it.
So basically,
You're
get,
in for it,
you
Thaden.
get you get the box of bugs.
I didn't even think of it like
the other
I just
bird.
bought you bugs
Okay,
out of the
check-
kindness to my heart, and you do this shit to me.
All right, here's the good news. The good news is the hawk was originally 500 gold pieces. You got the hawk for free. So in essence, it only cost you 600 and change.
Fuck the hawk. I'll shoot the hawk. I just
No,
want
but I'm just trying to say, like, it's not. You're thinking it's 1,100. It's actually not.
I kind of want the hawk.
Because remember how
Well, I'm sure Harry will give it to you.
it's not as expensive as you think it is. Because if I quoted you 500 for the hawk, the total is 1,100. So the tressum's only 600 gold. So it's not that big a deal. It was just a fun little exchange. But
the
it
hawk was
wasn't.
50 gold, I thought.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Now that I think about it, yeah. So yeah, maybe it is a little more expensive. But anyway, the bottom line is you got the bugs in a box, you got the hawk, and you got the tressum named Swampy.
Can I rename that?
If you can have a conversation with Swampy and see
I'll
if
do it
she
later, yeah.
agrees.
Can I interject something?
You can do
No.
whatever you want.
I just looked them up in the book, and it says they understand common but can't speak.
That is a possibility.
Um,
The tressum has not said a word.
I want one.
No one has asked the tressum anything.
I'm kind of assuming that's where you were going with that, Chris.
Well, I'm just saying. The point is that you know.
I'm
he
gonna
didn't-
use
I was waiting for him to try to exchange words. With
ring, my ring of animal influence to talk to the tressum.
Okay. So what do you say?
Shit. Hi. So I just purchased you. I'm gonna be taking you out of this place, and you're gonna come travel in the world with me and my friends. Do you have a name? If you don't have one, I can give you one.
They can't speak, you derp.
I'm using not common, dude.
Oh.
Do you
Well,
do you understand me?
understands- Oh.
Are you able to communicate in any way?
She said, bitch, I don't want your number.
We gotta mute Tressum.
It's not what I was signed up for, Chris.
So basically from Harry's
love-
shoulder,
I want my money back.
from Harry's
It's gonna cost.
shoulder,
Your
the hawk,
Tressum's defective. Give me my money back.
from
It's
Harry's
broken.
shoulder, the hawk goes, "Excuse me, Mr. Gnome. I don't think that that Tressums can talk. They don't really communicate much with other creatures other than each other. I think it definitely understands you." And you notice the Tressum go,
And how do they communicate with one another?
They smell each other's butts.
But
Yeah.
I was just gonna say.
Okay. I don't mind. Do you have a name, or can I name you? Yeah. Okay. Let me get back to that. Back to you with that one.
"Okay, so basically, you get the sense that it understands you whether you're using
Name
the
it
ring or
Helen
not.
Keller.
But it does. Oh, dude,
Oh.
be nice,
Why are
Matt.
you-
Be nice.
What the fuck's wrong with you, Matt?
Jesus,
God.
man.
I'm not even gonna. Wait, forget. Let's move past that quickly. So anyway, the bottom line is you have a hawk, you have a box of bugs to repopulate Theoden's beard, and you have a Tressum. So Tressum is gray. You never told me. Tressum is gray, and the hawk is brown. So you now have a shit ton of animals. You should open your own pet shop someday.
Sorry, Chris. I didn't think you'd actually have a magic pet.
You rolled a 25.
Well,
Yeah.
you still don't give it to me sometimes, even when I roll that high. I feel
Well,
like.
in my head, it was a 25. So he
Listen
had
to
something in the
that.
back. Whether or not he wanted to sell it to you was another thing. Okay, so it is 5 p.m. Is there anything that you guys would like to do?
I'll help Harry get used to his hawk.
Oh, I don't.
I
wanna-
kind of want to see this hawk in action.
I don't want to do it. Could you take it? You take
I just spent so
I mean,
much fucking money.
Harry, just keep it for a little while. If you don't like it, I'll take it.
Okay.
It'll be fine. But, like-
Basically, this is to him. The hawk is much bigger appearing because he's like 4 feet tall, and this thing
Yeah.
is like this monstrous brown bird. On his gloved hand, and he barely looks like he's got to hold his other hand to keep it up, and he's just terrified of this thing. But yeah, thank you, Sirach.
Harry, you gotta be confident.
Okay.
Yeah, just-
Eh,
Hawks are majestic creatures, very
Yeah.
loyal. He'll be very helpful to you, I guarantee it.
okay. What does this thing eat? Did you ask him what it eats?
Eat.
It'll
eats,
eat meat.
Mice,
We got meat. It's fine.
Mice,
right.
rodents. Oh shit. I'm gonna take Splitter out of the bag holding. I
Don't you
forgot.
yeah, give them to me.
Oh
can
my
take-
goodness!
I was
You
gonna
notice with the ring, the
Oh my.
oh my, that's a
Not
lovely-
even understanding. I'm just gonna point at the hawk. Not for you. And then put him in my pocket.
Sir Hawk.
I can follow
this-
commands.
That is not edible. Do not eat that.
Oh,
they-
I beg to differ, my friend. That is entirely edible.
Well,
But-
let me rephrase that. If you eat that, you would probably be promptly
Eaten
eaten
yourself.
by our other pets.
Oh,
You know
well,
what
I'm
fried
not.
chicken is.
I'm not. I know how to follow rules. It's not. That's
Okay.
not a problem.
And this is why I chose you, because you are obviously an intelligent nature.
Well, you chose wisely. The other pets in this place are nincompoops.
I completely agree.
Yes. Well.
And I just
Well,
hear
thank
in the
you very
background,
much.
asshole.
Asshole. Yeah. No. And the other types
I
of pets
kind of
as
like
you walk,
that one.
as you
I
as the
did too.
As the pets walk
Oh,
by,
God.
pets walk by. You got dogs and cats and other types of animals going.
Should
Pick
go back
me,
and buy
pick
that
me, pick me. Scratch my neck, scratch my neck. So it constantly yelling.
Actually, hold on.
Oh no.
How
Yes,
much for
yes.
the bird that says Mohawk asshole?
No. I am gonna shoot that one. No.
So
I
what
want-
color? First of all, what color of a bird are you looking for, Sirach?
Oh, make
Oh,
it
I don't care what color, as long as it
Okay.
says Mohawk ass.
So it's basically I'm assuming I don't really know what the name of this bird is. You guys know more about birds than I do, but it's multicolored and has a huge beak.
a toucan.
I think it's a toucan
Yeah,
Sam
toucan
type bird.
Sam.
Yeah, yeah, it's basically one of those type
Damn
of
it,
birds. And
boy.
he goes, basically, he knows the gray goblin basically tells you he knows more words than this. He's not that articulate, but he knows easily about 35, 40 words, and he has a tendency to learn what you say and then repeat what you say. Right now, he's onto asshole a lot, but I'm sure he's done fuck face. You see, he does fuck face. And,
Good.
I like that one.
all right,
that
so
one too.
this one,
Keep it up!
This one is 100 gold pieces. If you're interested in buying this one.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
All right, so
Easy.
Sirach now
Easy.
has Toucan, Sam, Fuckface. He's got a bird with Tourette syndrome. Outstanding. Asshole, Mohawk, asshole. So I can't wait to ruin your stealth checks. I can't wait. All right, so I can't wait.
How did you not think of this?
So we sneak into the underbowels of the
This
land.
is-
Asshole.
I really just wanted to insult Baka.
I know.
Face.
You better buy a cage
I'm
for
gonna
it.
fucking feed that purple worm poison to that fucking.
We'll keep it in the bag.
Don't you dare!
It can hang out with Soggy in the bag.
Yeah,
I
it
mostly.
can
Get
chill
one,
with
but I
Soggy in
can
the
make
bag.
my own birds.
All right.
So like.
All
I'm
right,
fine.
so you happen to be in
I
the,
kind of want a bird now.
Oh my god! Just
I'm
do
kidding.
it.
I'm
Can't
kidding.
you
I'm
do
just
kidding.
it.
share the birds?
I'm
man?
kidding. I'm kidding.
Now I have
Aiden,
two
I'll
birds
make
in the party.
you one. I'll make you one.
Okay, so you have two
I just
birds, and
wanted
you
to
just
see
walked out
Chris's
with two
face.
birds and a tressum. How much
Oh,
more pets do you
I
want?
I officially have 6 pets now.
Oh my
Ready?
God.
I got the horse, the weasel, the tabby cat, the lion, the tressum, and my griffin statue.
I should
That's
get
true,
a
that's
fish
true.
in a jar.
That's it. Put a fish in a gelatinous cube and carry it around in like a metal
That would
container.
be a sick pet.
That
Does
would
he
be
have any of those?
great.
He doesn't have any gelatinous cubes, no.
Damn it.
All right, so
darn.
you happen to
Find
be
one,
in
make my
the
own.
the Citadel in the Citadel Spire section of the city. Is there anything that you would like to do while you're here? Remember, you are in Alzando. There
Kinda
was
shop
there was
smart.
multiple other
No.
reasons why you were coming here.
Whatever the reasons were, we don't remember.
I
Yeah.
don't remember. We
You think
got
I remember?
sidetracked completely.
We had better things planned. Clearly.
Okay.
Like I wrote down all this shit. I was like, what can I buy?
Well, that's okay. Sometimes it's good to use the gold that you earn. I have total no problem with that. What I'll do is I'll use Harry as a mouthpiece, and he'll go. He'll say, while he's basically like cringing at the sight of this huge hawk on his shoulder that obviously distracts him from writing, and he says, "I would imagine that that Piper woman and the blind kid probably is in that spire. I mean, again, you guys can do what you want, but I remember that they basically saved us from the Lawmaster when we were back in Vanwell by kind of like using some kind of magical means in which to basically talk about how great we are for saving the kid. Maybe we should just go thank them. I mean, we don't have to today, but I mean,
We
it's
invite
just-
them to dinner?
That's like a tomorrow kind of thing.
that's fine. No, I have no problem with that. I'm just saying we're here already anyway, and I was just
Brunch.
thinking we could do that tomorrow.
That's a brunch kind of
Besides,
thing,
to be honest with you, I had that letter. I would love to ship that letter out basically to the council in Eladon. That I never got a chance to read you that letter. So if you
Harry,
want,
read us that letter for bedtime, and then we can ship it out in the morning.
sounds good. Sounds good. I totally will. I'm very excited. I think I put you guys in a really positive light. Because I'm really insulted that they think that there's any way that I could be your hostage. I'm here by my own free will, and we need to set the record straight.
Are
So-
you though, Harry?
Well, I mean, I'm imprisoned by my own desire to write a great novel, and
And
I
that
will.
bird.
And yeah, this is not part of the plan. I don't know if it shits on me. Okay, somebody else is doing my dry cleaning.
I will personally set it
Off.
free.
Oh, please, you can.
Set the shit free or set the bird free?
Bird.
Oh.
What's going on?
Oh.
I will release his soul. Nothing.
So, in the event that
No.
what would you guys like to do with the rest of the evening? The sun is going to set soon. It is not nighttime yet. I'm assuming at some point you'll go back to the magic menu and probably have dinner or something. But is there anything else that you guys would like to do other than eat dinner?
I kind of just want a T-bone steak.
That's not a problem. We can fast track it, but there might be. So listen, to be honest with you, the adjacent bar where the restaurant was in the magic menu might get pretty crowded and may have some interesting encounters. It's possible. So,
Oh,
so
that
you guys
sounds
gonna
good to
there
me.
and get trashed.
so you're gonna go there, get a table, look at the blank menu, imagine the
white girl
greatest meals
wasted.
that you could you imagine, and drink and get yourself shit faced. Is that the general plan?
That is the general
That
plan.
sounds
my
Okay.
friend.
Turok will get right on the edge of shit faced.
Right on the edge of shit faced. Okay.
I am not getting
Teeter
shit-faced,
totter on there.
So
I don't trust the DM.
okay, so let me put it to you this way. So here's what we're gonna do.
Theoden is getting shit.
We're going to make it, let's say, we're going to advance the narrative to, let's say, about 9 p.m. You guys have spent the last 3 hours filling your bellies with everything that your heart could desire because you can basically fucking ask for whatever you want. You got completely shit-faced to the limits that you said. What I need is everyone to make a Constitution saving throw. Sirach makes a Constitution saving throw at advantage.
I just said I wasn't getting shit-faced.
Then you get to roll an advantage as well. You're not going to drink it all?
I said I didn't trust the DM. That's what I said.
Well, I'll tell you what. Then I will
Oh.
still you're with
I
your
do that.
comrades. You're with your comrades. You get to roll an advantage. Maybe you might accidentally slip up and drink more than you can handle. Let's see. So what did you get, Sirach, at advantage?
16.
16. What'd you get, Baka, at advantage?
Oh, 15.
15. Pia, I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
13.
13. Theoden, Constitution saving throw.
9.
9. Okay. So as the night progresses, you
Theoden,
notice that
fuck
you
up.
notice that Theoden is seriously in his cups.
What about Harry?
I'm just about to make a roll for Harry.
A celebration.
So between the two, after, of course, by the way, Harry decided to take the hawk and put it in one of the 3 rooms in a separate room from the other cats and
Oh,
dogs.
because he cares about it.
Oh.
I don't
Harry.
want to be responsible for the death of this thing on my shoulder.
I sincerely wanted to apologize the other day when you were talking and I was the dick to you when you were just trying to be consoled, and the hawk is my apology. It will look out for you and you will look out for it, and you will.
But I
form a
don't.
bond.
But I don't need a hawk. It's like kind of like it's like I got to take care of it. And
Do you want the Tourette's bird instead?
oh no, that's gonna be oh excuse me, sorry.
Harry, you'll come to love the hawk.
I don't.
Oh, Harry's
the what?
drunk.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
Harry, I know you feel weird about the hawk, but if you really just take a minute and think about it, it is kind
Yeah, I mean, maybe I could be like the Hawk Master.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
I
you
could
go.
wait a minute. Like I could be like this hero who basically lives in the mountains, and he's got a stick sword, and he's got the hawk, and the hawk basically hunts my prey and comes back, and I'll be known as the
wait.
Hawk Hunter.
Harry, you met my uncle?
Well,
You met my uncle, Harry?
You already know somebody like that?
Yeah, kind of.
I thought I made it up.
You'd be the
You
only-
did, Harry. You
Well,
did.
Can't
okay,
do
you-
anything original
No,
these
no,
days.
Harry.
Everything is
My
done
uncle doesn't
already.
know. My uncle doesn't know how to sword fight, so it's fine.
Oh, this
You
boy
ma-
is unstable.
I don't know why. Boom. His head hits the table. He's out like a light on the table.
Medic.
Okay. So he
I'll
obviously
carry him
failed.
upstairs.
He failed his Constitution saving throw and drank a little bit too much. Theoden is not that much far behind him. Theoden
getting there, Harry.
is shit-faced.
I'll meet you over there, Harry.
Meet you on the other side.
I'm coming.
Something that you notice. I would like Sirach, Pia, and Baka only to make perception checks. Theoden, you're too shit-faced to notice.
Yeah, I'm out.
13.
13 for Pia. What did you get, Sirach?
21.
21. Baka.
Damn, boy.
26.
26. Okay, so Baka and Sirach notice that there is a woman. Now, this is just totally random. You don't have to take advantage of this. It's just something that happens to be going on at the bar. Neither here nor there. There is a beautiful human woman sitting at the bar. And besides the fact that she's beautiful, she's playing with tarot cards. So that's the reason why I wanted a perception check, is the fact that people don't usually bring their tarot cards with them and fool around with them at the bar where people. are
A
drinking.
witch.
Well,
I'll go
no,
check it out.
Theoden, you
Burn her!
you
I'm
didn't,
just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
you
kidding.
didn't see it, Theoden. If you had saw it, I definitely would have allowed you to do that. No problem. You didn't see it. For some reason, he's yelling out these weird obscenities for no apparent reason, guys. All of a sudden, out of like he was in his cups a second ago, and I went, "Witch!" Who knows? Who knows where he is right now? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Can I make a perception check to see if the Tourette's bird upstairs repeats it?
Well, it would have been. Well, you'll have to go back upstairs and basically see if somehow the bird heard him through the door of the room. But as
fair.
of right now, you're not sure.
I'll check
But
it out later.
so you're interested in walking up to this woman playing with tarot cards?
Yeah, I'll go converse with her.
Absolutely. So, Sirach, you walk up there, and there is a space, a stool next to her. Do you sit down?
I will sit down. Yes.
Yes. She looks up at you, then looks down at her cards. She doesn't seem to react. She's laying the cards out in front of her and sliding them around. They're beautiful, beautiful artwork on the faces of these cards. They're kind of like double the size of regular playing cards. And they have different names on them, like the Knight, the Cups, the Soldier, all these different types of titles. And you notice that the cards have a similar design on both like ends of them. That if you flip them one way or the other, the top, it kind of reveals a different picture if you slide them. Like the one facing you is different than the one facing her. And she basically says, yes, can I help you?
Oh, I just happened to notice you had your cards out here. Are you do you practice the arts?
I do. I do. Would you like me to read your cards?
If you're offering, sure.
Buy me a drink. And I'll read your
Of
cards.
course. What would you like to drink?
Wine is fine.
Wine? Okay.
White wine, please. So bartender comes over, gets you the white wine, puts it on your tab for the room. You figure it probably costs like a gold piece for the wine.
Sure.
So she lays out the cards for you, and it's a good reading. It takes about 35 minutes, 40 minutes as she goes through the various meanings of the cards. She asks you to pull 5 cards from the deck and lay them out in any row or order column that you desire. So,
Chris, I'm watching this, by the way.
Absolutely. I was wondering, so I'm glad you brought that up. I was wondering if you decided to ignore it or just.
Yeah, I don't know. Can I walk up to Sirach and ask just if I can observe closer?
Sure, by all means. What do you say to him?
Sirach, this looks interesting. Can I just watch what she's doing?
Sure, why
Guys,
not?
sit down and
She's
just
telling my
do any of
future.
that?
Sure.
She's reading my cards.
She says
Don't
absolutely,
get too
and she says
excited,
if she says when
Just
she
reading
looks,
my cards.
Matt,
she looks at the gnome rogue and goes, I will read your cards as well after this one if you would so desire.
Ooh,
we'll see.
Did I even notice?
You didn't notice.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's put it this way. By now, when the both of your friends have walked over to this woman, by now you would have noticed. You just didn't notice initially. I needed to see if the person who saw decided to walk up and engage her in conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow them and creep.
Absolutely. So
we're just left Theoden and Harry get drunk.
Well, no, Harry is asleep on the table with his head down.
There's nothing I can do about that.
And Theoden is basically half to 3 sheets to the fucking wind. Theoden is literally at this point, Theoden, you're no longer drinking from your tankard. You're drinking from the whole, like, what is it called?
Pitcher?
You're drinking from the pitcher at this point.
Sounds about right.
So anyway, but you realize that the two of them are harmless together.
You're fucked.
So now,
they have
she goes.
she
says to you, Sirach. She says, there's some things I need to reveal to you. First of all, this is not specifically your destiny. I will talk to you about your destiny soon, but this is sort of a more general prediction. Someone is going to try to deceive you soon. And I don't mean just you. Are you traveling with friends? Are these your companions, the ones that are surrounding you now?
Yes, these two.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't feel like someone in this group is going to deceive you. I feel like someone in a more open way is going to soon try to deceive the group of you in some way. Try to tell you something that's not true. Or my point is you should be on guard for something that things are not as they appear to be. For number one.
Bird.
So that's something you should watch out for. And something else that I think you should
Probably Torah.
focus on. I feel like I'm seeing, for some reason, a red dragon, and I'm not sure why I'm seeing a red dragon. Do you by any chance have any draconic ancestry in your bloodline that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so that's not it. That's not it. I'm
No.
trying to figure. So no bloodlines, draconic ancestry. Do you
Oh.
do you know someone? Do you know someone who does? Do you maybe you're friends with a dragonborn or a kind of no, it doesn't feel like a dragonborn either. It feels like
I
a
know.
oh wait. Are you married?
No, I am not.
Married. Are you engaged to be married? Do you have a significant other?
I don't
I'm
know.
seeing
I don't know.
I'm seeing a female. I'm seeing a female of
yes.
draconic ancestry
Mhm.
with red scales. Very beautiful. And she misses you. I think she misses you. She doesn't know where you are. And she wishes you would come home. So is it maybe a girlfriend from your past? Is it someone that you grew up with?
Are you
from your
cheating on me,
hometown?
Rock?
I don't know. I will tell you. I often have these dreams or visions, possibly, of
Right.
someone who fits that description.
No, but I understand what you're saying, and I hear what you're saying, but I'm not feeling that it's a dream. I'm feeling that there is an actual person from your past that is trying to reach out to you, but is not. It's just not quite. I can't tell you any more than that. I do feel the letter A. The letter A. I don't know what the letter A means. A. I also see the color purple. Why do I see the color purple?
You tell me, you're the psychic.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's funny. It's funny that Theoden from the table goes from the tankard says that exact words, but he slurs his words a little bit. Like in his mind, that's what he said. What you guys heard was la, 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 la. That's what you guys heard. But in his mind, that's what Theoden said. He's too drunk to make coherent sentences. So she says, that's really all I can tell you for now. Let me just give me one more moment to try to pull something from the cards. Yeah, that's what I have for you. I feel like just the most important thing that I can tell you is things are not as they seem. In your near future, someone is going to try to deceive you. And I'm not telling you specifically. I think it's your group of friends. I don't think it's a personal matter. I think it's a group matter that someone is going to try to deceive you and to be on your guard for deception. And that's really all I have for you.
Well,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this
you.
drink. Thank you very much for this drink.
Very welcome.
So she looks at you and she smiles, and it's a warm smile. And she then looks at the gnome and says, "Would you like a reading, sir?"
Fuck it, let's do it.
Beautiful, absolutely. So, do you get up from the chair, Sirach?
Sure, I'll switch spots with.
Is there anything
switch
that you
me, yeah.
say to her
Okay.
before you leave the chair? I'm just out of curiosity.
Maybe tip.
I will say thank you for the reading and your insight. You know, I really respect your craft.
It's my pleasure. And she touches your hand and she says, thank you for putting your trust in me. And thanks for the drink. It's excellent wine. She smiles.
Would you like another one?
Yes, I would, but probably I have to get through this one. I'm nursing the first one. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So she basically nudges the gnome, says, "Sir, if you'd like to sit down." Don't tell me your name. Don't tell me anything about what you're. Well, first of all, if I'm answering, don't just give me yes or no. Don't try to add stuff to the reading, because if you add stuff, you're basically giving stuff that I can feed on. So, like, if I ask you a question, just say yes or no. Is that okay, sir?
Yes.
Beautiful. So, she offers the cards to you, shuffles them up, says pull 5 cards. You pull 5 cards out. You arrange them any way you want. And then she starts to look and study the cards. And she says, "Is there anything that this only now and only now? Is there a question you'd like to ask the cards? And then I'll basically be able to go off of that from there on. Is there something you'd like to know about your future?
Yes. Will I ever find my sister?
She looks at the cards and thinks and goes, She says, okay, so there's a card here it says the soldier. And she says, if you'll notice, there's a male figure and a female figure on opposite sides of this card. And what's interesting is that you placed the card with the female soldier in your direction. So that indicates to me that I'm not sure if you're going to find your sister, but that she is a military person of some kind, and you're trying to pull her towards you. I'm not sure. The future about that is unclear. It is honestly unclear. Again, like what I was feeling from your friend, you definitely should watch out for deception. Someone is going to try to deceive you or trick you in the near future. But more personally, did you almost get married recently? Did you?
No, I didn't almost get married.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must be wrong. It's something that I saw.
Yeah.
I saw a wedding dress. I saw an altar. I saw an unhappy honeymoon.
A shit storm.
Well, anyway, since you said that you weren't getting married, forget that. I apologize. Maybe sometimes you see things in the cards that aren't 100% true, and it's difficult to interpret it. So let me look at them again.
Of course.
So do you, are you currently in a relationship with someone?
Not really.
I walk away crying.
I'm sensing a very powerful personality. I'm sensing an alpha. Again, I don't know your sexual orientation, but I'm kind of feeling that it's a female. I'm feeling that there's an alpha female either in your life now or in the future.
I feel like you're a bottom.
My crying is louder now.
I feel like someone who knows exactly who she is and what she wants is reaching out to you for companionship. And I'm going to tell you
Great.
from what I'm seeing on these cards is that it would definitely be a good move for you. You see, because you see one of these cards, as you notice, is called the Cups cards, and one side of the card has basically desert on it. The other side has this vineyard with all these grapes, low-hanging grapes. And you have the ones with the low-hanging grapes facing you, which means that this situation with this possible companion is going to bring you great fruits. It's definitely going to be a positive in your life. I'm trying to see if I can come up with a letter or a name or something. I'm seeing a V. V.
Yes, I believe
Vanessa?
I know who you're talking
Vanessa?
about. No, that is
not. I'm just sure. I think you know of Vanessa.
No.
All right. Okay, man. I'm sorry. This hasn't been a very good reading. I apologize. I just.
That's right.
For some reason, I'm not making this. The guides are not talking to me. I apologize.
Blame it
I wish it
on
could have been better.
Believe me, it's probably not your fault. It is my fate is all over the fucking place.
It's true. Well, anyway.
Here, help my friend out though.
Well, I mean, what happened to you, the blue tiefling? He seemed to storm off in a huff. What happened?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get him and bring him back.
I'm coming back.
Okay. So basically, you sit down in front of her where Baka and Sirach were sitting?
Sure.
Absolutely. So she looks at you and smiles at you and says, "That drink?"
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes.
And let me go get up and go do that.
Okay, so it's easy enough to call the bartender over for
wow.
1 gold piece. You get her second glass of white wine.
Done.
She looks honestly, she looks a little tipsy with the second glass of wine. So you don't know if that's going to affect her reading or not. Maybe she's more clairvoyant when she's got a little bit of alcohol in her. Who knows? The bottom line is she seems to be enjoying your presence and enjoying the process. So she says,
Alright.
before I try to read your future, so to speak, is there anything specific that you want to know from the cards?
I mean, nothing terribly specific, but I would like to know if how do I word this without making it sound weird?
She says, by all means, you can make it weird. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. I'm imagine that I'm your.
I
you know,
like weird.
If
Weird is
I
fun.
do what my patron tells me,
your
will
patron. That's fascinating.
will I benefit from it as he says I will?
Patron. Okay. Tell me no more. Don't tell me anything else.
Okay.
So she allows you to pick 5 cards. You lay the cards
It's
out,
getting into this.
right? And then the 5 cards are
know.
there. She asks you to arrange them in whichever way you wish. And she looks at them, and there's an immediate visceral reaction from the cards.
Yeah.
Danger, danger. I'm not. Your destiny is still your own.
Oh,
Nothing is
God.
set in stone. But I feel this dread, this kind of like malevolence, this it's just raw animosity and it's not you, not from you. I'm not saying that this is part of your personality. I feel like you have like a brother or a cousin or a father figure in your life that is pushing you down the wrong path. That's giving you kind of like manipulating you almost.
You gonna
In
tell
the
Sirach
sense-
about
in the
this?
sense that in the
Rock's
sense that
listening.
that doesn't mean that
Oh,
you
he is.
can't maintain or reconnect, like recapture control of the relationship. But what I'm feeling right now is that this person or person,
Nah.
I'll never tell.
Demon, maybe?
I think it's okay. You have blue skin, so I'm not seeing navy blue skin. I'm seeing red skin. So I think it's a tiefling uncle, brother, father figure, something, basically is exerting influence over you. And the cards are, okay. So the card that you put closest to yourself is your soul card. And the card that you picked, as you can see right in front of you, is basically the card of the Knights of Round, and it's a round table. And the Black Knight, you decided to take the Black Knight and put it the furthest away from you. What you notice on the card is there's this round table, and there's like 6 knights. 5 of them are dressed in silver. 1 of them is dressed in black. And you could have taken the black one and put it towards you, but you decided to put it towards her. And basically what she's saying is that means that something deep inside you is telling you that you need to push this influence on you away from yourself so that you can make decisions on your own. And again, I'm not feeling good or evil, but I'm feeling that you're being manipulated and that you should feel like you should make decisions on your own. Don't allow anyone to manipulate you is what I'm feeling. So what else? That's all I have for that. And before we wrap up the session, let me see if there's something else I can pull from from these cards in addition. Just like I told your friends before, don't let someone is going to try to deceive you guys in the near future. Something is not as it
not
seems. Keep
surprising in
an
this
eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that. But other than that, I'm seeing red hair.
Oh.
I'm seeing freckles.
Okay.
Not a tiefling.
Mhm.
Oh, strong. Usually I just get it's interesting. Usually I just get a letter of a name in order to make a connection, but I see the name Helen. Yes, Helen. There's a Helen in your life, and she's searching for you.
Oh boy.
She's searching for you. Where is she? What if it's I'm seeing the color blue. I'm
The
seeing
Lord's Alliance.
I'm seeing
I don't know.
seeing
That's-
blue and silver. I'm seeing soldiers. I'm seeing banners, flags. I'm seeing fires. I'm seeing tents. I'm seeing on the road. I don't know. I can't give you specifics. What I'm seeing is I'm seeing military people mustering, strong discipline, campfires, tents. Is she in the military?
Yes.
Okay. So she's in the. All right. Her name is Helen. She knows you. She has great feelings for you, and she's searching for you for reasons I can't. I don't know why.
She
But-
wants the tiefling D.
Well,
She might.
that's not what he actually said. He was like, D from his cup. He lifted his mouth. D.
There wants in there.
So she says, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm here. I'm usually here, every third Tuesday of the month. They allow me to play with my cards here. So if next month on the third Tuesday, if you'd like to come by for another reading, I will be here.
That sounds great.
Absolutely.
We
So do
might
you
be
excuse
here.
yourself from the table?
I will.
Yes.
And do you accept tips?
Well, of course. Absolutely.
Just
What kind of tips?
I'm going to
Just the
give
tip.
her 5,
You give her what?
5 gold.
5 gold. She takes it. Absolutely. She slides over her empty cup and says, if you want, you can put the gold in there. Thank you so much.
Brendan Chris just ignored us.
I listen. I heard it. I'm not. So
It
do you get up-
wasn't. It wasn't supposed to be
so
said
do you
out
get- so
loud.
do you get up from the
It's a
chair?
little undercut.
I'm gonna get up.
So when you get up from the chair, before you leave, she takes your hand, and she
Okay.
says, "Could you send the half elf over again?"
Oh shit!
Sure thing. Yeah.
Sure.
I'll
Okay,
get-
Thank
was
you
he
so
sitting
much.
at the table still with us?
No,
No.
you guys in order to give the tiefling privacy during his reading,
Fuck
you guys.
privacy. I was listening in.
Okay, fine. I was assuming that you guys returned to the table to
The
sit
one
with
time I
David and
agree
Harry.
with Vodka.
So by all means. Well, then if that's the case, Sirach, where are you standing? Were you witnessing this reading the entire time?
Yeah, but I was like shifted over towards Baka, like on
Well,
the
then
other side.
since-
So
Well, then since that was the case, instead of grabbing your hand, Pia, what she does is she lets you leave and she locks eyes with you, Sirach, and says, sir, if you could come over for just a moment, have a seat.
okay,
I'm gonna cast
I'll sit down.
invisibility. Go to the table.
He's invisible. Baka is invisible.
I'm going to the
Okay.
table to listen in.
Fucker.
Okay.
First you are.
So you sit down with her. She smiles at you, and this for the first time you actually notice she's a human, and she's actually very attractive. She has like dirty blonde hair. It's pinned up tight. She's not wearing any makeup.
Does she
She's
smell
naturally
fun?
very pretty. She's naturally very pretty. She is wearing, lots of jewelry, lots of necklaces. You're not sure if it's expensive jewelry or necklaces. She's you can't really get a real good. So you're talking about just the face. She's very attractive. But just like flawless skin she has. As far as how she could be dolled up, you're not sure. But she says,
Take a whiff, Theoden, and you find out for yourself.
so what exactly are you asking him to do? Want to make sure that she smells kosher? What?
Well, no, he wanted to
thought
know
we
how
were-
she smelled,
I
but
thought
he's at
we
the
were
table.
way past that. I thought we were way past that. Jacob and Tia brought it up.
Yeah, I brought it up again. I had to. I was like, do I let it go? Nah.
She says to you, she says, I'm very good at the cards, but I do have a question that the cards didn't answer for me.
Okay, ask
What
your question.
what happened to your hair?
Well,
I'm laughing while invisible.
there was a bit of a misunderstanding. I needed to kind of change it up a little bit.
okay.
So certain people couldn't recognize me.
I see. Oh, so you're a scoundrel. You're someone who needs to hide his identity. That's interesting.
Well, sort
Going
of.
on cover, man.
You know,
Uh,
misunderstandings happen, but
true. I understand that. I've gone from city to city, and sometimes I've had to leave in a rush. So I think I can identify.
yes.
I don't think I've ever done that to my hair, but it is growing out. And what she does is she reaches across and kind of runs her fingers through the blue of the hair. And you're not stupid, even without a perception check or an intelligence check. You realize that she's trying to make physical contact with you and break that invisible wall between you that exists with the slow and steady kind of like touches that are socially acceptable. Do you sit there and talk to her for a while?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so
I get bored and I leave.
Maybe
after she basically tells you about the fact that she's very gypsy like, she goes from city to city, town to town. Basically, she's considers herself a spirit guide. She's interestingly enough, she is not very confident about her abilities.
Oh.
She doesn't think that she's that good at what she does. And you could tell from the conversation that she's a little insecure about her abilities. Is there anything in particular that you say to her while you guys are having the conversation? Anything that pops into your head?
Well, I'll ask her why she doesn't think she's confident. You know, obviously in this sort of, art form, you can't always have every answer, and you gave all of us a pretty comprehensive reading.
Really? Did you feel that your reading was accurate?
As accurate
Perhaps
as
trying to
I
slip in
could
there.
understand.
So, according to my reading, it felt as if, maybe I'm going too far, but it felt as if are you I know for a fact that someone is in love with you. The question is, are you in love with that person as well?
Hey,
No, that's a no.
Daden comes from the cup going, no! And then dumps his beard back into the beer stand.
Oh, now the bugs are drunk.
The bugs are drunk. The bugs don't
Fucking
drink
right.
from that. Don't drink from that pitcher because the bugs are floating around in the beer in the pitcher.
they're just doing the backstroke.
Absolutely. So
I'm gonna go.
I'm
and
gonna
sit
tell
and
her
lean back in his
it's
beard.
it's kind of complicated. It appears this person is more in love with me than I may be with them, simply because I don't know enough about them. They certainly are attractive.
she's closed off to you.
Mm.
I see that. Yeah, she's closed off to you. She's
however-
unwilling to basically share her everything with you. So,
However, I prefer a more close connection with someone.
A little bit.
Being able to share information and have a good casual conversation.
I
And,
want to.
I will slide my hand over to like meet hers on the
right.
table.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Persuasion?
Guidance.
No, you cannot guide from the other table. You're not. You gotta do it on yourself.
How about instead of guiding, I can cheer. Go, Ciroc!
Yeah, that's right. I'm taking bugs out of the pitcher and saving them.
I got a
Fucking
18.
joke,
18. All right, with an 18, she notices that you touch her hand, and she looks down and then takes her hand away, which for a fraction of a second makes you think to yourself, "Oh, maybe I went too quickly," but only to put her hand on top of yours and filter in the fingers. So you feel like
shit.
metaphorically, the 18 was enough. So,
Take
she
it.
says, "Do you have a room?"
I do have a room.
Fade and look, there's a bulge
Do you-
in Siroc's pants.
Do you need to check with your
Pop
friends?
it with a needle.
Oh, that's basically what. Oh my God, look at that.
Oh boy.
That is pretty cool. Holy shit.
Yikes.
That's the Green Man from the Undercity in Herg.
yeah.
I will burn you. I burn you. Anyway, so that's sorry,
Is
folks.
that like a Furby?
No, it's Baby Yoda.
It's Baby Yoda.
Yeah, I know it's Baby Yoda, but what is it, like a Baby Yoda?
Oh, I don't know. My parents got it from Stop and Shop.
Yeah,
or
it's pretty
Shop.
cool. Pretty cool. So anyway, Ciroc, you said that you have a room. So do you obviously go into which room do you go into? The one with all of the pets? Do you go into the room with the two birds?
The room with the hawk.
Yeah.
I will go into the room without anything in it. The
Okay,
empty
as
room.
you walk by the middle door of
Hear
the
that
room,
bird? She's a whore.
you hear muffled behind the door, asshole. Give it to her good.
No.
Asshole.
Oh.
Right in the asshole.
Well, I wasn't going that far, but okay. So
You
anyway,
insinuated.
so
Sounds like someone's having fun next door.
yes, so anyway, she looks at you and smiles, and she basically just waits for you to open the door, and when you open it, she follows you in. You close the door behind, and you lock the door, and you have yourself a pretty fun evening.
Wait,
And
well,
there's no
hold on.
mystery.
Hold on, Chris. I
Yes.
have to interject here.
Oh. He's invisible. What
I'm
does
going
he
to go
do? What does
up
he
to
do?
the room, take
Yes.
Are you
two
kidding
cans,
me, Baka?
Yes, go
and
for
that
it. Go for
repeats,
it.
And I'm gonna lockpick the door Sirach just went in and throw the bird in. While
Which
they're
bird?
making
Which
love.
bird? Which
The
bird?
toucan, the one where it repeats.
Here's a question. At what point do you do it? How long do you wait?
Like 20 minutes.
The toucan's just gonna start moaning all the time.
Okay.
I knew I
okay.
should have just put poison on the handle.
So let's hold on a second. Let's do this. Let's do this the right way. So you go in, you invisibly, you go into the middle room. Which bird do you retrieve?
The toucan, the repeating one.
The repeating one. So the toucan offers no resistance. But what I'd like to do is actually still make an animal handling check anyway. It's gonna be very low DC because there's no reason for the toucan to resist you.
I got a natural one.
You got a natural one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a plus 7,
It
so it's
gets in
I
your
know, but
hand.
I got bad news for you. With a natural one, instead of being cooperative, it sees you and starts saying, asshole, asshole, white mohawk, asshole, asshole.
I'm invisible.
Make up, Sirach, make a,
Oh.
oh, you're invisible, you're invisible, you're invisible.
It sees you.
Yeah, but
No, no,
it
no, no,
sees
no, no, no.
Baka.
No. I forgot that he was invisible, so that's not fair.
Oh, that's true.
I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
he made
Birds,
himself invisible.
birds can see invisibility.
Yeah,
Full of shit, Matt.
little shaky, Matt. Little shaky. I forgot that he was invisible. That's my fault. Let's retcon that. The sense that the bird is very uncomfortable with the idea of some spectral, invisible entity entering the room that it can't see, and starts freaking out and making lots of noise. Asshole, danger, danger, asshole, danger.
Shit.
So
I'm
now-
bringing out some food.
Okay, Sirach, make a perception check.
15.
With a 15.
No disadvantage. He's making
I
love.
was gonna say 15 isn't high enough. Okay, here's the situation, Sirach. You hear the bird freaking out, but honestly, considering your circumstances, you're in right. You don't give a shit. You can fucking care less. It doesn't
Yeah.
occur to you. It doesn't occur to you that anything weird is happening because the animal is making a lot of noise anyway. So all along he's been making noise.
She's making a lot of noise.
So what exactly are you doing, Baka?
Take the bird. I'm gonna hold out some food to it, and just to keep it calmer. And then I'm gonna go.
It tries to bite you, but fails to bite you because you're invisible.
Thank God.
Arr, arr.
I'm gonna lock pick the door Sirach's in and toss the bird in and close it.
Make a what do they call it? Check.
Lock pick. check.
Yes, lock picking check, please.
Well, I automatically have a plus 15. Does that beat it? Oh, automatically.
Well, just make the roll anyway. You could roll a natural one.
True.
I just need to know what the number is anyway.
25.
25. With the 25, the style and security of locks that would be in that random place would certainly not be higher than a 25. I would imagine it would probably be like a dirty 20 to open that lock. So
I
unfortunately,
would ask you to give him a stealth check to see if I hear the door open.
That's a
but
good point.
It's not even worth it.
That's
that's
fair.
a good point. No, but that's a good point because you would be just because you're enjoying yourself doesn't mean
man.
that you wouldn't still be paying attention for.
Yeah,
for-
but I'm still not going to hear him. It doesn't matter.
But you might
He
as well give it a try.
automatically has a 30. Like,
Make a
Only
well, no,
plus
but
16.
here's the difference. The difference is that Baka did not say that he was stealthing.
well,
So
that's true.
so he doesn't
No, I
automatically.
didn't just say I was opening the door and throwing the bird in. I wasn't
Yes.
stealthy about it.
Exactly. So I would want you to make just a perception check, Sirach.
Okay.
There's nothing stealthy about.
And there's
opening
I was
door,
going to say the
throwing
bird is
bird
making
in
a
it.
lot of noise, and the sound of the bird is getting louder as it's approaching the door.
17 for perception.
17 for perception. Okay, you are your ranger senses, your survival techniques alert you instantly once the door opens. You are aware, and you have the ability to jump off the bed and grab your weapon at a moment's notice, should you so desire, because you know that door's opening and only the worst could be happening. What do you do?
I'm going to, shift from whatever position I may be in.
Yes.
And,
You toss her to the side. She was straddling you. You toss her off.
okay. And just Eldritch blasts right at the door. I don't
Eldritch
care
Blast,
what's happening.
Absolutely.
gonna
It's
kill the
like-
bird.
I want you to make a how many Eldritch Blasts? Just one or two?
2.
Foom, foom. I want you to make a hit roll, please.
Okay. That will be a 24.
24. You hit the door square on. Roll damage for both of them. Let me know what it is.
Okay. Damage for both of them.
And we'll add it all together. I want to
Kill
see
the
if
bird.
it destroys the door.
Not paying for that door.
My.
So It's 8 points of damage for the first one,
Okay.
and 6 points for the second one.
Okay, the first blast literally destroys. The door comes exploding in your direction, Baka. The bird flips out before you're able to open the door and starts flying through the restaurant off in the other direction. Toucan Sam is like, danger, danger, flies off in the other direction, down towards where the animals are not supposed to be, down towards the restaurant. Now, the first blast, the door shatters in your direction.
I'll
Okay?
go get the bird.
Now, Baka, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I think it's a lot. Saving throw. It's 27.
27. So you made your saving throw. So do you have an ability like evasion that allows you to?
With a single target spell, it's gonna be just uncanny dodge.
Okay, so uncanny dodge halves the damage.
Yeah.
Okay, because you succeeded. Let's put it this way:
Wait, is it AOE
well,
or a single
I'm
target?
doing it. I'm going to do it I'm do it like this. I'm homebrewing it in a sense because of the bizarre circumstances. So the second Eldritch Blast was 6 points of damage.
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to cut that in half because you made your saving throw. We'll cut that in half to 3. And then if you uncanny dodge, theoretically, well, no, actually, you just cut it in half to 3. So you take 3 points of damage from the splatter, basically. So here's what happens. As you're opening the door, all of a sudden you get hit in the face with wood shrapnel and maggots that start crawling around on you, and you have to like knock them off, and you feel like the sensation of like a burning acid touching your skin, and you're basically trying to wipe that shit off. And you feel like you need to find the privy like immediately to wash the shit off your face. So it didn't quite go as well as you expected. No harm, no foul, but let's just say you did interrupt the coitus, so to speak. I was
just trying to give the bird new material. That's all.
Well, first of all, Sirach, here's the deal. Sirach, you have no idea that Baka was behind that.
Okay.
He's invisible. The door opened, you destroyed the door, and he stayed invisible and probably ran off somewhere.
Yeah.
You did hear the bird, but you're not really sure because the bird flew away.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the situation. You were kind of in the middle. The mood is ruined and the door is destroyed, and she immediately gets up from the bed and gets dressed and and just basically rushes off.
You're not sorry. You know what you were doing the whole time.
Can I go get the bird?
You were sorry you wouldn't have done it.
Yes. Make an
Go get the
animal handling check, PR, because the bird is freaked out. It's got to roll high DC. Bird is flying around.
I
in
really
circles.
wasn't trying to stop it. I was just trying to give the bird new material. That's all.
17 enough?
Let's put it this way. You needed a higher DC than that, but it takes you and 2 waitresses and the bartender with like broomsticks and stuff to get it off of the chandeliers, to get it down finally to where it will basically come to you, and you bring it up to the room. And you guys got to kind of get in trouble that you have 3 rooms, but only 2 doors. One of the doors are destroyed.
I'll tell the staff we will pay for it and then some to make it right.
I'm gonna come out of the restroom like visible and just be like, "Yo, what the fuck happened?"
Make a performance check.
Oh yeah.
Is there negative guidance?
No negative guidance.
Oh, okay.
So, Sirach, what did you do? Did you stay in the room or you go downstairs?
I don't have a modifier for performance. Damn.
What'd you get?
I'm gonna just stay there, dejected.
I got a 14.
14. So Pia and Theoden's drunk, so Theoden will be at a disadvantage. So Theoden, make an insight check at disadvantage. Pia, make just a straight insight check.
Ugh.
That's music to my ears.
Ooh, okay.
14?
14. That's interesting. What Theoden, what'd you get?
Even with disadvantage, 21.
How? That's insane.
I rolled an 18.
You rolled what? How many 18s did you roll? You rolled at a disadvantage.
I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Oh my God. Okay, fine, cool.
Yeah.
So let's put it this way. Even the guy in his cups knows that you're full of shit, Baka. When you came out of that bathroom, you were a little bit over the top with the acting performance. Hey, what happened? I don't know anything. What's going on? So.
Oh boy.
So
I feel a little bad now
unfortunately, you can only use 2 out of the 3 rooms for tonight because one of the doors are destroyed, and it will be repaired. They say that by tomorrow afternoon, the door to the 3rd room will be repaired, but you're all gonna have to share a room. Harry goes, "Hey, so listen, are we gonna go to the?" Excuse me, sorry.
Yes, Harry, but I'll hold your hair back.
Well, no, but no. I'm not gonna. I'm not puking. I'm not puking.
Okay.
I want to know: are we gonna go to the Spire thingy to say hello to what's her name tomorrow? The
As long as
Piper
you,
Yeah, in the morning.
Alzanda.
as
What's
long as you wake up.
okay?
Harry,
Okay,
why
can
don't
I
you-
before we go to sleep? Can I read you my letter?
Yes,
Can I want to read you the
course.
letter.
In the room.
Okay,
yes.
which room?
Is it fair
which-
to say Theoden's out?
Theoden basically crawls up the stairs on hands and
Yeah,
feet.
I
All
figured.
fours, basically. Which room do you fall asleep in? The one with the, where
With
the
Chester.
Okay, so you fall asleep, use Chester as a pillow, you were out like a light. They're gonna have to tell you about this letter tomorrow morning.
All right.
Okay. So Sirach, you basically are dejected. Do you just basically go to sleep half naked in the room with the door broken, or do you basically put your clothes on and
I
reload?
thought you said we couldn't use the room.
Yeah, it might be a problem. I mean, you can do whatever you want, Sirach. You're dejected. I have to allow that. So
No, I'll go into the other room with the
Okay,
animals.
gotcha.
And
So
And
things didn't go.
Theoden.
Things didn't go as well. Here's the thing, though. Regardless of whether or not you guys in real life want to kill each other, you don't know, Sirach. You don't really know. Like you didn't know that he was responsible. You just know that someone tried to interrupt your coitus. And this you'll be able to get to the bottom of this.
well, I mean, so what's going through Sirach's mind right now is like, great. I was reminded of the dream lady that I can't get, and then
Right.
if it's not her ruining my coitus during my dreams, it's my teammates ruining it in real life.
And
Yes,
which
it's
one?
true.
Who could that?
But who could that be? I don't know.
I
But
actually,
who can open a door? I don't know.
and
All
not be
signs point to
seen.
that.
I actually just unplugged my mic during that what you just said. So you're
Oh.
calling me out though.
Well, he was actually planning your execution, but it's too good that you didn't hear it. So, I'm joking. I'm joking. So,
'Cause even
Yeah,
if
anyway,
I don't know who did it, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Even
I
if
mean,
you don't know, you know.
If you think about it, I'm doing you a favor. I'm helping you stay faithful to your girl. To your
She's my girl. She might be my sister for all I know.
Well, she's your dream girl, so I don't give a fuck. But you're staying
Although
faithful.
we did kind of hook up in the dream, so I guess that would be weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, but it's
So
moving
just a
on.
dream.
She could be your.
It's a
she could be
dream.
like-
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, fuck it. You're free range.
oh my god.
true.
I was gonna do
True.
the TikTok thing. Never mind.
So, guys, can I read you the letter I'm going to send out
Hey,
tomorrow before we go to the?
Harry, can I read that? I think you might not be able to read it very well right now.
I have to. All right, fine. I'll let you read it.
Okay.
All right, so check this out. I'm going to be Sirach when I read this, which means that I'm not drunk, so I'll read it perfectly flawless. Okay, so just
I didn't want
imagine.
anything to be lost in translation.
Just imagine that she
That was a
takes
good
he
movie,
takes
though.
the paper from Harry, and Harry falls asleep on top of one of the I think it's Ari falls asleep on top of. All right.
Okay.
So basically the two cats basically wrap themselves around Harry and they all fall asleep together.
Aw.
So
The
this
trestle
is
will be
so
in my lap.
so imagine that Sirach a little bit annoyed. You could sense the edge in his voice as he reads this. I, Harry Harrington III, being of sound mind and even sounder body since they've taught me how to fight and made sure I've always get 3 meals a day and a minimum 8 hours of rest, do hereby declare I am not being held hostage. What is he talking about? Well, let me start over. That didn't make any sense. Sorry, guys. I,
That's all right.
I, Harry Harrington III, being of sound mind and even sounder body since they've taught me how to fight and made sure I always get 3 meals a day and a minimum 8 hours of rest, do hereby declare that I am not being held hostage by the adventuring group known as the Natural Ones. I am here of my own free will. Oh my God, this, and you look over at the sleeping Harry and you shake your head and you look at the next paragraph. In fact, I used to eat several pastries each night before bed, and now I barely have any sweets at all, which I must say has really helped with my skin and digestion. Furthermore, as a skilled writer that has been chronicling the events of said group for almost a year, I can say without hesitation that the Natural Ones are certainly not responsible for the charges laid against them by the Order of the Gauntlet regarding the murder of Lord Commander Reinhardt. I mean, no, technically I was not with them yet during the time of the murder, but as the nephew and adopted son of Lord Bluebeard of the Lord's Alliance, I can personally vouch for their character and integrity regarding such a vile act.
Okay.
I mean, full disclosure, I did witness one of them kill their own mother by cutting her heart out with a dagger and offering it to a demon, but it ended up not being his mom, which he didn't know at the time.
Oh
But
my
he knows
God.
now and said he would never do it again.
That's
Never
the letter
said that.
Harry sent.
He hasn't sent it
He
yet.
hasn't
Thank
sent it
God.
yet. That's
Hey, is
that's
there anything
why I
about
made
me?
sure to read it.
You gotta
Harry-
rip that bottom paragraph.
Sirach, is there anything
And-
about me in there?
Oh yeah, let me continue. I can't believe him. I wish he was awake. Anyway, he says, but he knows now and said he would never do it again. And true, as a group, they have killed a whole lot of people. I mean, like a lot, including a woman that they fed to lions, but they're not really lions. They're only lion cubs. They told me that heroes
It
sometimes
doesn't
do
count. It
villainous-
doesn't count.
They told me that heroes sometimes do villainous things to stay heroes, and I believe them, so you should too. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'm safe and sound, so you should drop the charges. Signed, Harry. And this asshole put a P.S. P.S. If you could forward this letter to my uncle in Herg, I'd really appreciate it. He's probably really worried about me since I never left home, and he probably thinks I'm in way over my head and being taken advantage
God.
of.
Dude, Harry
of-
is in Stockholm
Which,
syndrome.
of course, I'm
Yeah,
definitely
right.
not. Thanks.
Oh,
Now imagine what the rest of his book sounds like.
Oh my God.
I can't
Is
I
he
ca-
for real?
ascend it. That looks like fun.
So anyway, that was the letter that he's snoring loudly. Snoring loudly, but that was his letter in his handwriting ripped from his journal that he was planning
What a
to send.
douche.
He was planning to send yesterday.
All right, Harry, I see you.
We should probably destroy that, honestly.
I think we should confront them first. Well, I'm asleep, so
We
I
should
don't
still destroy it, guys, because like that shit should never see the light of day.
Let's kill him.
know. Yeah, great idea.
No, I can't.
Let's hurl him through hell.
That's
We'll
kind of
see what he-
bullshit, though. I'm kind of actually upset about that.
I know.
What the fuck, bro?
So we're not letting him send
You didn't
that.
say anything
and-
bad about Théoden. Like, what the hell?
Well,
Oh, that's true. He didn't.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
Unless, wait, who said the whole thing about the lions? Was that
Yeah,
you
he
or
basically
Baka?
you go,
That was
you go
me.
back, you go back
That was
through
you?
it again,
Okay.
and he's basically like, and true as a group. they've
what are you gonna
killed a
say
lot of
about
people.
Théoden? There's nothing wrong to
I
say.
mean, like a lot.
yes, Théoden is cool.
P.S. Spare Théoden when you kill the other three.
So yeah, that was the letter that he was intending on sending to the Lord's Alliance in Eladon, so that
Glad we
your,
put
your
that
good
off.
your good name can be
yeah, right.
so that your good
Making
name
you
can
look
be
like a
restored.
fucking, like,
I'm
murderer.
gonna use
Like, what the
fire
hell?
bolt on that sheet of paper.
Make a hit roll.
Either this guy's a dipshit or he's trying to fuck us over.
Or he wrote it drunk.
Oh,
What's the hit
shit.
roll?
No, because he said he was going to send it earlier today.
Yeah.
He,
It's
well,
been
he
so long
did
since I use a spell. It's a 16.
a 16. Sirach, what's your armor class currently?
Oh.
16.
Oh no, 21.
Even with didn't you take? Oh no, you're still holding on to the
No,
armor.
I'm still
That's
holding
right.
on to the
Yes.
armor.
Okay,
I was the only
so
one that didn't have to give it
because-
away.
Because you're holding the piece of paper, and he shot a flame arrow
piece of
at it.
paper comes as-
Basically, I know that, but he's holding it. There was a danger that he could have accidentally burned you as well as the piece of paper, but he didn't because your armor class is too high, so the bolt did nothing
Oh.
to you. But if you choose, because because your armor class is higher, you can choose to do a dexterity check in order to move it out of the way to preserve the letter, or you can basically just leave it there and let him cinder it.
Dude, I
So
thought
it's
you were about
up
to
to
give
you,
the
sir.
armor, the piece of paper as armor class. I was
No,
like,
no, I'm not.
I was
So
waiting for it to be like, and the piece of paper flutters away from your spell.
right.
So, Sirach, it's up to you. You can basically hold
Yep,
it steady.
let it
or-
burn.
Okay,
Let it
so
burn.
yeah, so you basically realize what he's doing, and it goes up in a flume of smoke, and the letter is history. Gone. So none the wiser because both Harry and Théoden are both dead to the world, drunk in their cups. So is it safe to say that tomorrow, when you guys wake up, you're going to have a conversation with Harry about what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then after that, provided you're still a group, make your way to the center of the city in order to possibly visit the Queen Regent, Piper Alzando, and the blind princess, Princess Talia.
Yes.
Sure.
Cool. By the way, you're here for a week. You have the room for
We're
3
here for
days.
2 weeks.
Well, you're here for 2 weeks, but you only have the room for 1 week up to this point.
Sirach's here
So,
for a week.
yeah. So the city.
Y'all can do whatever you want.
the
I'm
city-
out.
Yeah, I might be following behind Zirak there.
The
We'll see.
city,
We'll
the
cross
city
that
is
bridge
still
when we get-
yours to investigate in the event that you'd like to find other shops and other things of interest.
Get
But
tattoos.
that's a possibility too. All you have to do is check the map to see if
We
there's a
get
tattoo
the
parlor.
natural ones.
Absolutely, you can do that. The bottom line is that will all take place in our next episode, episode 28, which will be
Right.
next week at Monday, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Chris,
I believe it's going to be January 25th. Yes.
I know you're trying to wrap up.
Yes.
Is there any way I can just handle the thing with the name with the trust
Sure.
thing
Absolutely.
first?
Absolutely. By all means. No, I figured
trust
it was a good time, but we could squeeze that in.
Just
Absolutely.
just for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
What gender is it?
The gender it's female.
Talking to the Tressum.
Okay. You get the real sense that it understands you.
Even
But
without-
for some reason it doesn't speak. Even without the ring, it understands you.
Yeah.
But with the ring, it would understand you probably any language you decide to speak it because of the nature of the ring. But it understands you. It doesn't seem to talk.
It's mute. I thought of a name for you. I was thinking Athena. You like it? Okay. Athena it is.
And it nestles
I
up.
don't
It
like
nestles up. It nestles up into your lap, and huddles itself underneath your hands in order to receive affection. It's this
I'll
gray
start
cat. It looks
stroking
exactly
it.
like a gray cat, but with wings that basically make
Sorry,
it
I don't
twice the size.
do that.
And you notice from the corner of the room, someone is extremely jealous. Extremely.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh shit.
Extremely. Someone is not pleased. And I
Oh,
think you know who
God.
that is. A certain orange tabby cat
Well,
is not
someone
happy.
didn't try to kill Splinter earlier. This wouldn't have happened.
Oh yeah, that's the reason you got a new cat.
No, completely not.
So
Go with
anyway,
Crazy
is there
cat
anything
gnome.
so let's put it this way. Hold on a second. The only person honestly who really can't do anything tonight before sleep is Thaden, because Thaden is shit-faced drunk. He failed his constitution saving throw.
Fucking right.
Sirach or Pia, is there anything that either one of you would like to do? Maybe some sort of skill check, some sort of something before the night
Yes.
is done? What would you like to do, Sirach?
Because of all of tonight's events, I want to try to either I want to try to remember or see if I ever knew the name of my dream girl, because
Okay.
in the tarot cards she was saying something about a name starting with A.
Okay.
My personal notes are horrible, so
Okay. Listen.
see if
so
Sirach
make a-
can remember.
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, great. Intelligence is not good. Intelligence. Oh, yeah. 10.
With a 10, it doesn't ring a bell. It doesn't
Yep.
ring a bell. Like
Of course not.
you did if there's something that you need to put two and two together, that it's not making up. You really don't remember if she ever told you her name.
Hmm.
You know, usually there was really not that much. So there was only one occasion where there was a lot of talk. She seemed
Yes.
very depressed and angry, and it was like a beach house setting where she
There's a
wanted
beach
someone.
house, and she was
Yeah.
talking about her brother and a
Yeah.
warlock and a bunch of other
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So, but unfortunately, you don't make any connections with the name and with the A. Unfortunately. All right. So,
Sorry, buddy. I don't think I wrote it down either.
well, it's possible that the name wasn't said. That's possible.
Yeah, I feel like if the name was said, I would have written that down.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe she didn't. Either she didn't say it, or you might not have asked her, "What is your name?" It's possible that never happened.
Well,
I mean,
that is true. I
Yeah.
am that slow. So
yeah. Well,
should
but
I ask her
anyway.
the obvious question?
Okay.
Actually, I think I did ask her name and she laughed at me, but I could be wrong.
So here's
that
what we'll.
does sound familiar. Actually, that does.
So now, would you guys like? We'll end it right now, unless there's something that Pia would like to do before the night is over.
No, I think
Talk
I'm
to
good.
Daddy.
No, I was thinking about that, and I actually.
I
Don't.
mean, you can if you want to.
I actually don't want to do that.
Okay,
so
no problem.
I'm gonna just kind of hold off on that. I was thinking about it, and I actually don't think I need to.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So you, it is a tumultuous night involving a broken door and a lot of drinking. The meals were great. The shopping was great.
I will comfort the parrot.
Yes, the parrot is basically just he's
I'm gonna hold him
shocked.
while I'm sleeping and
The
pet him.
toucan
and
or the
say,
hawk?
Yes, yes.
No,
asshole.
it was the
Yes,
The
toucan.
toucan. Yeah.
Yes,
It was the
asshole.
toucan.
We know.
Yeah. Yes, asshole.
It's like
So that will probably bring it to when we come back next week, which is January 25th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will pick it up right where we left off the following day when the natural ones investigate the city further and possibly visit the Spire in order to seek an audience with Queen Regent Piper Alzando. So until that time, we are Shenanigans ttRPG. We play Dungeons and Dragons every Monday night. Thank you so much for joining us. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. But until next time, thanks so much, guys. If you want to say goodnight, go for it.
Until next time.
Yes.
Have a
Yes,
good
you're
night,
right.
guys.
Good night, everybody.